any topics.
I thought we did.
No, I'm bad at this. I'm terrible at this.
No, I thought we never addressed the dude throwing the rocks.
Oh yes, of course.
We still live?
Yeah, we're live.
Oh, we could go over that really quick, and then there's other stuff that I think was worth talking about at some point.
For our politics segment, we could go over Bernie's main running points, his main campaigning points. Just briefly, if you want.
I just don't understand. I don't understand. I'm 29.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, I'm not the brightest, bulb.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm also not I'm not big on politics.
But when you say you're not big on politics, you mean you're not like as well versed as most commentators on the internet seem to be.
Yeah.
Okay.
Even I feel like even the average person, I feel like my understanding of politics is still below average. My core understanding of it.
I don't think so.
I feel like it is. Like I wholeheartedly, I really do feel like it is.
Mm.
And I guess that's why I just have a hard time understanding why people take the political stances they do. It's almost like when they take the political stance, I feel like they're not looking at what I understand your stance, but what comes of your stance years down the line.
Mm.
It's fine to have a political stance, but are you thinking about what the blowback is from taking that political stance? Meaning
supporting something like that.
Yeah, like if you support someone like Bernie Sanders, I feel like I understand why someone would, but just having a simple understanding of the world doesn't work that way, and it'll take time for it to work the way you want it to work. Putting this guy in there isn't gonna make the world work the way you think it's gonna work.
Right. It's not gonna be gumdrops and.
It's not.
It's not gonna be that.
Just because someone says that rich people don't deserve their money, even if you're not saying those exact words.
Yeah, because I was about to say they don't think that's what he's saying, or they don't see it. They don't see it that way. With them, it's just like, oh well. Why can't we just take some of their money and put it towards other things? Or like, why can't we just use their money to fund welfare programs? They have so much of it. They don't see it as like just taking away someone's money. They see it as giving someone else money.
Right, but doesn't that mean that what's the incentive after that? Like, someone works hard, right, for a certain amount of money.
Yeah. Like,
if I've been accustomed to making that amount of money, what's the incentive after you decide that I'm not going to make that amount of money anymore? Like, I'm not going to just do it for I swear on my life. I swear on my life. I swear to God. I don't even know if I believe in God, but I swear on something important.
Right.
That's what I'm going to say from now on. I swear on something important. That I would not just do things
for other people.
That
you don't know.
That I don't know.
Yeah, that you'll never see.
Because I'm not gonna do it. Why should I?
Well, I mean, not in that sense, right? If you do it, you do it voluntarily.
Right.
Yeah.
But the people who do things voluntarily, they're like, I don't say do things voluntarily. I don't want. That's such a general statement that it would be hard to really.
No, because the way that they're planning it is like you don't have a choice. Like, this is the bill we're gonna put through, and you're just gonna have to give up this amount of money, and this amount of money is gonna go to this. As opposed to if you were to donate to a charity or you open up a nonprofit or a not-for-profit, that's two different things.
How? Why is that two different things?
Because it's you deciding what you're putting your money towards.
Right, and I understand, but it's why can't, because not a lot of times, like, let's look at these billionaires that the main billionaires that come to mind. It's looking like someone like Oprah or
What's
someone
his
like
name?
Bill Gates.
That dude that just passed. Well, I don't know if he passed away. He was a Rothschild. He was a dude that had like an absurd amount of heart surgeries to stay alive.
Oh,
he
yeah.
He looked like some sort of. I don't want to just. He looked crazy. Not crazy, but he looked like he had a bunch of heart surgeries, a bunch of heart transplants.
I don't remember his name.
I think he was a Rothschild. He was either a No, he was a Rockefeller. He was a Rockefeller, but he had given away like an absurd amount of money.
A lot of these people do give to charities.
Yeah,
they give to charities. Not only they're just choosing where their money goes.
Yeah.
If they literally, it's their money. If they literally didn't decide that it needs to just go to people who are on welfare, that's their choice. That's their money.
Exactly.
Why should they have to just give it to who the government is saying they need to give it to? Government should not be involved. Government shouldn't be as involved.
No, the federal government.
Okay.
Yeah.
They shouldn't be as involved in. They're just too involved in business.
Yeah.
Way too involved. I feel like government is too involved. Number one in business, and I also feel like to an extent government is too involved in. I don't know if this is the right term, but socioeconomics. Like social issues.
Yeah.
Government, they should be involved when crimes start being broken. Other than that, I don't want to hear from them because that like you're I feel like when I see that, I feel like you're babying people. You're saying that people can't rule themselves when it comes to that. Which I feel like a lot of people, if they're hearing this, they're probably gonna say that I'm wrong on that. But we're not gonna know because the government always steps in and takes over for what could be handled on just a regular social level, not necessarily like a governmental level.
Right.
They've stepped in so many times that now everyone is just waiting for government to step in instead of just handling it yourself. And when I say handling yourself, I'm not saying go.
Don't be Batman.
Yeah, I'm not saying be a vigilante.
Yeah.
Or anything like that. I'm saying to think about where your frustration is coming from. If a social issue happens to arise that offends you, or whatever the case is, it shouldn't be the government's job. It shouldn't be the government's job. To an extent, you know what I mean? I just feel like they're too involved. I'm not saying they shouldn't be involved at all. That's why they're too.
Yeah, like just like a lot of things, people end up relying on the government a little bit too much for everything.
Yeah. For like perfect example, and this is even a. I hate to just beat this to the ground, but it's just the easiest target. I hate to even say this guy's name anymore.
How are you gonna connect him to this? How?
Easy. When you have politicians who start tweeting with, you know the justice system. The justice system is very clear.
She's a district attorney.
She was a district attorney.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna say his name. The guy might as well be Voldemort, man. You know how the law works.
Yeah.
The guy hasn't even had a trial date, and you're talking about it's a modern day lynching. Yeah, that's not. First of all, you're letting the people down by even coming out of your face by saying that when you know you're a district attorney, you know you shouldn't even be talking about it until the trial is over.
Yeah.
You're too involved. Government's too involved. Number one, they're too involved, and number two, I feel sad or I feel bad for the person who identifies with anyone political who's pulling at your heartstrings because you're black or because you're Spanish.
Yeah,
you're holding yourself
feel
back.
like I can't
look myself in the mirror like
I can't imagine. I can't imagine being okay with myself and knowing that there's a group of people kind of shooing me or putting me in a certain place to like make me feel how I'm supposed to feel.
Right.
You know, and they're always putting these things in my face and saying you should be
you should be offended.
Yeah, you should, like, this is something that should make you angry.
Yeah. Cause
I don't like listening. Like that's just like the way I am. Like and it's not in like not like that. Like if we're both having a conversation and I like ask you or we're talking about it, it's like both mutual, then that's a different story than just like someone just barging into like my space or whatever, and just like, this is supposed to make you angry because of this.
Right.
Like that, once or twice is like alright, but like the third, it's not even alright once or twice. It's just like, that's how much times I'm willing to dismiss it before I actually start to get offended.
Yeah.
That you're telling me I have to feel this type of way because I'm black or because I'm a millennial, you know, or whatever.
I like that you said that because that makes me think about what groupthink is.
Groupthink is scary, dog. Groupthink is
I didn't understand. Like when I heard the terminology plenty of times. But I never cared to really think about what it means. I was just honestly, I heard the term and I just figured I knew what it meant.
Yeah.
But I don't think I ever took the time to think about how it occurs. So whether it be from whoever you are, right? Everyone chooses an oppressor.
Okay.
To an extent, I think. I'm not saying that things that haven't happened in history that where your ancestors were an oppressor at one point. I'm not saying that hasn't happened. It has happened. But if let's say you never had an oppressor before, you didn't even think about what an oppressor is, or maybe you've heard the term and you just like, it doesn't affect me none, right? Your life is going great. Your life is good. Yeah. You're going about your life the way you want to go about your life. Maybe you're successful while that's going on.
Maybe you're even happy.
Maybe you're even happy. You might be happy. God forbid.
Yeah.
Here comes someone who tells you you are oppressed.
What?
Someone comes along the road and tells you.
Could you imagine that?
You're oppressed. Now you're like, I'm not. You're probably saying, yeah, I'm not oppressed.
Yeah.
But they're like, nah, you're oppressed, and here's why. Now they're gonna talk to you for who knows how long. Yeah. Which is really brainwashing.
Yeah, it's programming.
It's really programming.
Yeah.
Now you go to sleep on it. You wake up in the morning. They planted a seed already. Yeah. I'm not saying that you don't have the I'm not saying you don't have the insecticide or whatever the
right.
I'm not saying
that you're automatically susceptible to it.
I'm not saying you're automatically susceptible to it. Yeah. But they did plant a seed. And if you let that seed grow too big, you will have an oppressor by the end of however long it takes.
By the end of breakfast.
By the end of breakfast, you might have an oppressor.
By the end of breakfast, you're like, damn, so they did that to me because I'm black?
Because I'm black. Or because I'm Spanish, Chinese. I've been there. Look, let me explain something to you. At one point in time, I didn't have an oppressor. Right. Didn't have an oppressor. Too many people got in my mind, and for a certain period of time in my life, I will not lie. I'm gonna be honest, and it hurts to say it because I don't like thinking about myself that way. I don't like thinking about myself as a victim. But at one point, I did have an oppressor because too many people came into my life and told me I have one.
Here's the thing, like growing up, I feel like maybe it's because of the school we went to. Maybe it's because of the Catholic school that we went to. But we had, or at least I had, a very clear understanding that stuff was over. That stuff was done. You know? And I understood that there was like incidents here and there where people didn't get along. You know, and it was because like one or two bad apples. But to think that I had an oppressor, that didn't really register until like later on. Right. Not even register, but like it wasn't a thing to me until like later on when people were like, man, they've been holding this back for years. I was like, how? Right. It's like, and I again, maybe it's because we grew up kind of privileged. You know, our parents did a good job of hiding if we were struggling. Right. To a degree, you know, like we always had food on table.
I don't even think we were ever struggling, to be very honest with you.
We would never be able to tell.
We would never be able to tell, number one. Number two, the term struggling it's a very, if you ask me, very subjective term. It's very, per person basis. You know what I mean? I don't feel like we ever struggled.
Yeah.
Honestly.
Right.
What I think of as struggling, especially now and the age I am, what I think of as struggling and the things I've seen, people that I know, I've never struggled before. Something might have been annoying.
Yeah.
No more annoying than a mosquito,
right,
or a fly. But struggling, never.
Right.
I've never struggled, and I can own up and man up and say any shortcoming that I've had in my life, it was really solely due to me. Our parents.
I was about to say the fact that you never struggled is also probably attributed to you too.
Maybe I don't know about that. I feel like a lot of that is our parents. I feel like there were so many lectures that growing up, it may have been annoying at the time, but there were so many lectures that I thought were annoying at the time, but it was just like before. There were a lot of seeds that were planted.
Yeah.
And having those seeds planted and with all those lectures, I can honestly say that any shortcomings I've had is because I didn't hold on to that lecture.
Right.
Very honestly, I can say that, knowing that I probably should have. Granted, anyone could make the case and say that's part of being an adult, or that's part of life. You bump your head or whatever.
Yeah.
But I can honestly say that shortcomings that I've had, it wasn't due to some dude in a suit behind, behind, big, huge mahogany,
right,
wooden desk, like with with servants or something like that.
Yeah.
Because literally our parents, they gave us so many gems that I can't blame anyone else for any positions that I'm in but myself.
Right.
You could either choose to listen to it or you can't. But it had, even think about it, and I want you to really think about it. Like, let's act like we're not even. How many times, realistically, was race an issue as far as our parents lecturing us?
What do you mean, like
how many lectures
things happen in our lives where they have to teach us about race?
I don't even want to do that way. How many times was race a lecture?
Never.
It wasn't a lecture.
We never had that talk.
Do you?
Yeah, I get it.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It was. Now, if I had taken heed of that and held, if I had the insight, to realize that all the lectures had nothing to do with race and all the outside forces had a lot to do with race, I probably would be way further on in my life. There's a good chance I would be. But I blame myself for allowing those outside influences to have any sort of hold on any choice I've made. But all the lectures growing up had nothing to do with race, and I moved.
Bro, those things were always on character.
What do you mean?
It was always on your character. Like, why are you doing this? You're doing this and it's wrong. Why are you doing it even though you know it's wrong?
It had nothing to do with
all
race.
of that. Yeah. It really had anything to do with other people.
Every lesson that I can remember, all was about your character and the choices you make, how early you're gonna wake up, how late you're gonna go to sleep. All those choices were strictly based on that. Now, fine, if someone wants to play devil's advocate and say, that doesn't mean that you're not being oppressed or whatever, fine. If you want to say that, fine. All I'm gonna tell you, if you're gonna play that role with that opinion, I'm gonna tell you that I moved in my life for a long time without that having anything to do with any of my choices, and almost all of those choices, I would say, were positive ones. For the little bit of progress that I've had in my life.
Bro.
The ones that were negative all had to do with someone with the outside information of an oppressor.
Right.
That's all I'm gonna say. I'm not,
on both sides.
On both, yeah.
Yeah, people who if you fed into it, like no matter what side you're on, that's probably that you're saying that's probably what fueled something that happened negatively.
A lot. I can honestly say, thinking about it and really, removing any extracurricular things that surround it, I can honestly say a lot of those choices that were negative were me playing into the whole oppressor thing. It has nothing to do with anything. If you want to believe it does, or you feel like, it helps you somehow, by all means.
But isn't that kind of like believing in Satan?
Elaborate. What do you mean?
It's like so there's like this evil, and you're gonna move everything based off of the evil instead of the good. Isn't that like believing in Satan and like following Satan?
Well, when you say that, does that person
like I don't believe like in Satan, but like the idea of Satan, where it's like someone is like egging you on to always do something based off of an evil, based off of like a sin. Isn't it like
it
that?
is actually? If what I'm reading, if what you're saying, if I'm taking this correctly, if what you mean is that someone is under an influence type of deal, yeah, it's pretty much the same thing. To me, it's the same thing. That's why I don't. For a while, I was upset with it. For a little bit, what happened?
No, I just thought like I might be insinuating that people who like subscribe to those things are like evil. That's not really what I'm saying. I'm not really calling you guys evil. I'm just saying it's like
look, you're kind of in a spell. That's kind of how I look at it.
Right.
That's really how I look at it. And that's why for a while I was mad about it, or I was upset with it. That I was upset with the people who put those ideas in my mind. And now I'm no longer upset about it because I just realized that they're under a spell for now.
Right.
Maybe they might break out of it.
I don't know.
It's not even that they. I hope that they do, because it's such a more, to me, it's such a more fulfilling and like, I don't want to say carefree, but a happy.
It is. It is carefree because it's like you hold on. You'll hold on to something like that. Like any interaction throughout the day, right? You'll be thinking like, oh, did this happen because of my skin color?
Right.
Are they treating like this because they're presuming I'm like this? When the real answer is like, all right, that person's just an asshole. I didn't do anything wrong. Let me go about my day.
It has, That's how I go about almost everything now. Don't get me wrong. There's still small pieces of me that hold on to that a little bit. And when I say hold on to it, I mean it might flare up, like it might pop up as a reason as to why something happened.
Right.
However, I still, like, literally a second or two after, I tell myself that's just because
they had a bad day.
No, well, that too, but that's just because someone put that in my mind that's why I shouldn't be upset.
Right.
And now I don't think about it anymore. It's a more productive life. It's a more productive life. It's almost like it's kind of the same reason why. I hope the analogy works, but it's kind of the same reason why if you race horses, why they have to put those sunglass type things on a horse.
Yeah, the blinders.
Because if a horse could just run straight as fast as it needs to run with no, I don't say understanding, but no qualms about the fact that there's other horses next to it. Yeah. But he can't see the horses. He's just running.
Right.
You know what I mean? If you take the blinders off and he realizes all these horses are around, he might have an anxiety attack, or it might breed anxiety.
Yeah.
And he's going to start to flip out.
Or he might get distracted.
But the whole point is that he was running a race.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? The goal was to get to the finish line, and he couldn't do that without having the blinders on. To me, it's the same thing. Like, I had blinders on for a while. Someone kind of took them off.
They ripped them off. And they yelled into your ear.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it stopped me from getting to the finish, or slowed down my progress from getting to that finish line.
Yeah.
It's no different from even being on the track and field team. When you're running, you're not, no matter how, well you think you're doing, you're not supposed to turn around to see how well you're doing, because it's going to slow you down.
Right.
It's the same thing. Just focus on your race. Call it a day.
Yeah.
Because trust me, all that other shit, those other horses, they're distraction. That's where I'm at with it right now.
You know what got me worse than like most of the race stuff was like the conspiracies, like the Illuminati.
Oh my
man,
God.
the Illuminati got me bad.
It got no. If it got you bad, if it got you bad,
got me bad, man.
If it got you bad, it got me terribly bad. It got me. I lost sleep, man.
Me too, man. I was like, I cannot let them get me. I
can't.
I was like, you don't understand. There's no way that I'm gonna be a sheep for them. That I'm gonna be a pawn for them. That chessboard, I'm not on that chessboard, man. I'm not. That shit.
But
got
even
me
believing
so
in
bad.
it kind of puts you on the chessboard a little bit.
As soon as you start believing it, you're the pawn.
Yeah.
As soon as you go to the pawn, it's all the same thing. It's all the same thing. It's all that believing in this. Believing that there's someone out there just making your life miserable, and they're only doing it because you're you, and you're not them. It's the only reason why they're doing it. It's all the same thing.
Look, don't get me wrong. Are there board meetings?
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Are there board meetings where are there board meetings where, say, they have to have like a ruling or something on whether the water is dirty or not, and like what time frame to clean the water up for some city? Those meetings exist. Those meetings happen. I'm sure they do. But I kind of would like I would encourage people to not look at it like the person at that board meeting is specifically like choosing you.
Yeah.
For you not to get clean water.
Right.
You happen to be there when there's no clean water. That's how you gotta look at it. It's up to you if you want to continue being there. Because that guy who's in the board meeting, that's his job anyway. He's gonna be there, especially if he gets like 6 figures a year. He's gonna be there next year to decide. The other people on the board are gonna be doing the same thing year in, year out. Those things are things you have zero control over.
Right.
If you have zero control over that, why would you even waste your time thinking about it when you have 100% control of what happens to you?
Because you got to tell everybody you know.
Why?
You got to tell everybody you know.
Why?
Yeah. You got to make sure they don't fall into the same trap, man.
Why, man?
And then when they're not looking, you still eat pork.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. You still do all that shit.
You truly have the option. If you think someone is out there, like really pushing mind control, if you believe it, you have the choice to not be under mind control whenever you want. Whatever your idea of what mind control is, you have the choice to not be under it.
Yeah.
If it's just a matter of if you want to let go of all the things that come along with that type of person. Does that make sense, kind of?
When you say that type of person, you mean like what do you mean by that type of person?
Like for example, let's say you have someone who's like let's say you have someone who doesn't agree with rent, right? Let's say they have no kids. It's just you. You don't agree with how high rent is in New York. You don't have to live in New York.
Right.
You don't have to live in New York, and you don't have to rent a home.
Yeah.
It's up to you.
You can sleep on the concrete.
You can sleep on the concrete.
I gotta find that tweet, man. I really like that tweet.
I know it sounds terrible.
Yeah.
But it's the truth. Look, bro, she watches this thing called Van Life. I don't know if you ever seen this on YouTube.
I don't think so.
There's an epidemic going on where people are just, they're converting literally like school buses, a Sprinter van, like a huge truck type of deal, like a huge U-Haul, whatever. They're converting these things into straight up mobile homes. There's a fucking sink, there's a fucking bed, there's a bath, it's a couch, there's everything in there. It's up to you. If you really want to fight the establishment, it's up to you. You can.
Yeah. Or what about becoming a Moor? Can't you do that too?
I don't even know what that is.
I don't know that they don't pay they don't pay taxes, nothing like that. But they're also not like they don't get any other thing that the government offers. Like they're not entitled to like police help, or like they're not entitled to like whatever the state law is for like how long you're allowed to be in like the ambulance or like the hospital, like from an emergency or like urgent care. Like they don't get any of that.
I would encourage people to not do that. Like, look,
It's like a bad idea.
Look, emergencies happen. That doesn't sound like a great idea, but but that's the beauty of America. You're entitled to it.
Right.
You're entitled to live that way. If somehow you could find somewhere where no matter what bad thing happens to you, the police cannot help you, fine.
You know, it's just that
I don't know.
You know, they're not entitled to emergency aid, emergency care.
Look, man,
because you surrendered your rights as an American citizen to a degree.
If that's a real thing, because I've seen those videos, I just don't know what it. I don't know ultimately where that leads. Right. If that's a real thing, fine, you can. That's the beauty of America. You have the choice to do that. Granted, your ass was probably born here. You know what I mean?
Probably lived here.
Probably lived here, or like reaped all the benefits of it, but fine, whatever.
You already used up all your emergency.
Yeah, fine. It's America. You can do that all you want. I wouldn't recommend anyone do that. If you would have a serious emergency, I would recommend you thinking about one day you might have a serious emergency. And you know, with that being said, you might want to live near police. That's all I'm gonna say.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, let's look at this side. The whole thing about like the black community. Fuck that. I don't want to say that. Let's talk about people not wanting to cooperate with police.
What's up, local 7-Eleven?
Local 7-Eleven. Did he come by?
Nah, this is a new guy.
Oh, what's up, bro?
He says, what are we talking about? Girls?
No, but we will come back to them.
Yeah.
If he reminds me, because I have a terrible, terrible memory. Right. I will forget. But I do have something very important to say on girls when I actually remember.
All right.
Or when I finish with this subject. But, look, when people say, oh, he's a snitch or whatever.
Yeah.
Just know, you could badmouth someone who's a snitch, but you know when something bad happens, you call 911. You call 911. If you don't call 911, your mom's gonna call 911, because that's most people who abide by this idea. I hate to be a jerk, but a lot of them really do live with their moms. Like a lot of them live, like
they're safe.
They're safe. That's what I'm trying to get at.
Yeah. And
it seems like a lot of times for those scenarios, the only person who's thinking clearly might be a parent.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like a lot of like you can't.
The parent has like I gotta protect this person. I gotta protect my kid.
Right. Immediately. You know what I mean? And a lot of times the person who goes by that code, they either don't care about everyone who's around them and don't care that other people are gonna get hurt around them, or they don't care about themselves.
Right.
If someone just shot up, I'm not a gangster, but if someone just shot up my house. Let's say that happened just now. Someone just runs in here, shoots through the apartment and runs. And I get a good look at him. I'm telling the police.
Yeah, immediately.
I don't have time for that.
I think no snitching is in terms with
people who abide by that code already.
No, I think it's like you and your friends, right? Like let's say you rob a bank with your friend. You don't snitch on your friend. You don't give your friend up.
Fair.
I think fair. That's as far as it should go.
That's as far as it should go.
Yeah. If it's not that, if it's like I'm not even gonna snitch on this person who shot me, that's different.
That's strange to me.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe because I don't live by that rule or that code, but to me it just
that shit don't make sense to me.
It doesn't make sense to me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I've seen First 48. I know what's going on. all I'm gonna say is that if you live in if you live in these scenarios, you might be holding yourself back. Like, don't follow rules just because someone told you have to.
Right.
If it doesn't make sense to you, like you just don't see it making sense ever, then why are you following it?
Right. Like this guy says moving soft like 6'9".
Oh, look, that's
a perfect example.
That's a perfect example.
Yeah.
Look,
he might get no jail time.
He might get zero jail time. I'm not saying what he did is right.
Right.
Because what happens with scenarios like him, I'm gonna tell you exactly what happened. Being that I know certain scenarios like that, when they arrested him, when they arrested homeboy, they already had the entire case mapped out.
Right.
That's number one. Number one, they already had the entire case mapped out. Number two,
even TMZ had the video of him.
Come on. If it's on local media outlets, then the FBI has it already.
Yeah.
That's number one. Number two, for anyone to think that Tekashi 6ix9ine wasn't soft to begin with, you're silly because, first of all, this kid is no one who actually really moves like the way he says he moves is as loud as him because they know about something called the hip hop police.
Right.
They know that the police are watching them and listening to their every word. Yeah. The only other person, other people who have done that are in jail. Right. Because the FBI is not stupid. Like you're making their work easier for them. You can't put a hit out on someone.
Didn't know either.
Who, Bobby Shmurda?
Bobby Shmurda didn't know either.
Look, these are like 16-year-old kids, man. Yeah. Like, how you gonna say a 16-year-old kid is moving? He's 16. What do you really expect from him? When Tekashi 6ix9ine started doing all this stuff, I think he's like 20 now or 21.
I forgot how old he was.
He started blowing up a good 3-4 years ago, though. Yeah. He's a kid, man.
He's a really young kid.
You really expect him to move the same way like Snoop Dogg's gonna move or something? Come on, bro.
Snoop Dogg got arrested too. They almost threw Snoop Dogg under the jail.
Come on, like you had.
Or they tried to.
If you didn't think he was gonna snitch once he got locked up, first of all, I feel like you're silly. That's number one.
I feel like as soon as they told him 47 years, after he just blown up, he's like,
I'm not doing 47 years for nobody.
He's like, that's it.
That's number one. Number two, I already saw the Breakfast Club interview where he said he fired his whole team. What do you think if he fired his entire team? Right,
was that the one right before he got arrested?
I think it was the second. The one right before the second interview. If you think people who were relying on him to eat every single day, you fire all of them. Now they have no other way to make money, or they have to go back to the way they were eating before. Yeah, and you feel like they're not gonna line you up in some way, shape, or form. Because that's exactly what happened. They probably lined him up in the first place, and that's why the FBI ended up coming down on him after they have witnesses to all the shit that the FBI already suspects him of doing. Yeah. They already told him, look, your friend just gave you up. Why are you protecting him? Yeah. Done deal. He's in a
where do you think we got that video from?
Where do you think we got that video? Like, your friend gave it to us. It's not rocket science, man. Yeah. Now, if I was holding on to the notion of no snitching, I probably wouldn't be able to think clearly and see that. But I'm not. So things are clear.
Would it even get to that point?
What?
Well, like, would it even get to that point where, like, yo, man, your friends gave you up? Like, why are you still holding on?
What do you mean, would it get to that point?
Like, would you let it get that far where they're just, like, they're trying to give you every reason in the world to snitch, and it's just, like...
Look, if I'm in his situation, and I'm, 20 years old, if I'm him, I probably would have done it. You know why? I probably would have snitched. You know why? Because he wasn't brought up under those rules in the first place. All he's heard people talk about it, but he probably hasn't actually had to live it.
Right.
So if he's
this is probably his first time. Well, no, he's got. I was gonna say he has priors, but I don't think it's for racketeering.
It's not. Come on.
Yeah, I don't think it's for all that shit.
Yo, racketeering charge. The last time I really seriously heard that charge was like a mafia charge. Man. Yeah. And the dude who was under that charge was a good 40, 50 years old, man. Yeah. If you feel like, come on,
Meek Mill got 4 years for popping wheelies on his dirt bike.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, he did. True.
Yeah, well, look, he got 4 years. First of all, he got 4 years for popping on his dirt bike because they wanted him for other stuff. Or they wanted to bother him.
He wasn't even in jail for 4 years, though. Right? He wasn't in jail for 4 years. I feel like each time he went to jail, he got out early.
I honestly don't know. I'm not gonna lie and act like I don't know. Like I know all about that case. Yeah. I know initially what got him arrested was, I think by him popping Willies in the first place was him violating his probation. If I remember correctly, I really don't know. But all I'm saying is that from the outside.
What's up, Hush Freak? How you doing?
What's going on? From the outside, he's a kid. Number one, he's when all this shit started, and when they built him up to be this guy that's harder than every other dude out here. Yeah, you guys built him up to be that without actually knowing whether he has that backbone to not snitch, and now it's everyone's fault. Yeah, that's how I look at it. Am I saying it's right that he snitched on all his friends? No, I'm not saying it's right. I'm just saying that. If you
y'all gotta know.
It's cause and effect. Yeah. If you make a decision, you have to know what the consequences, good or bad, come from that decision. Right. Like, not to make things worse. If he doesn't snitch, he definitely gets time because no one on a jury is gonna believe that someone with colorful hair and tattoos all over his face would not commit a crime.
With the video saying, "All right, I got
$30,000 to kill whoever." Yo, attorneys, bro, they will say they say these questions with a straight face. They're gonna look at the transcript and say, when you said you have 30 packs on someone's head, what does that mean? That question they already mapped out every answer he has. Yeah. Once he says, I don't know what 30 packs is, they're going to bring somebody else in there as a witness and say, what does 30 packs mean to you? Oh, 30 packs means $30,000. Next question. When you say you have $30,000 on someone's head, what does that mean? I meant I was really going to put $30,000 like literally on top of his head. They're going to bring another witness in to like
have you ever heard it been used in that way?
Come on. No. Yeah, he's done already. Yeah. The only option he has left, unless he doesn't mind facing 47 years or whatever amount of time he's going to be in there, his only other option is to come clean. That's it. I'm not saying it's right or wrong. All I'm saying is I know what's going to happen. Right. Or I know that's the case. I know. Come on. Yeah.
That reminds me of this video that just went viral like maybe 2 or 3 weeks ago of like, there's this guy that always does story time. Like he's one of those people that always puts his input when like something big happens. Okay. He's always wearing a do-rag. He's got like a fat face.
Never seen him.
If you saw his face, you would know him. At least I think so, because he's been on like World Star a ton, like doing reactions. But he was basically gave like a story time of how he used someone who abided by that term by like, yo, I'm a real nigga. Like I'm not gonna fall down. I'm not gonna snitch. None of that. Mm-hmm. He basically used that dude to like. He basically used that dude over and over as a scapegoat.
See,
just so that he wouldn't have to get in trouble.
That's another huge pitfall with that whole scenario, that whole concept.
Let me see if I can bring it up.
You don't know who is coming in just to use you for that one, just to use you for that. They feel like you're not gonna snitch because that's the code you abide by. You don't know who is.
You don't know this other dude.
You don't know who's looking to capitalize off the fact that you're not gonna snitch on them or whatever the case is. Yeah. It's all tricky stuff. It's all morality questions and ethical questions, but let's be honest here. Once they said he was locked up, if you really thought he wasn't gonna snitch and you're just gonna go to jail for 47 years, you're kind of silly. You're a little silly. Yeah. I know the music is dope.
He makes alright music, man.
I know the music is dope.
There's a lot of times I'm just listening and I'm just like, that actually goes pretty hard.
I know the music is hot. It's fire. Yeah. But just look, that doesn't mean that he's what he's saying he is in the song. Yeah. It's no different from watching a television show. Like just because Tom Cruise plays an action movie star It don't mean he could really go to another country and save someone over like an exploding building.
Right. He thinks he can, but it's not true.
I'm sure Tom Cruise thinks he can do it. I know. I've seen the video.
Yeah.
He believes he can do it. That don't mean he can do it.
Right.
Like a real Russian spy will really
really mess him up. Man.
Take you out.
Just poison him in a heartbeat.
That will be it. Yo, look.
He said time and time again that he's just like a straight up troll. 6ix9ine. He's just like, I'm a real, like, I'm a troll. Like, all you real gangster dudes are like getting mad, but you're really getting mad at a troll. Like, I go online and I troll on purpose to troll people like you.
That's a shame, bro.
Okay.
That's a shame.
Yeah.
Like, something that's always bugged me out.
Mm-hmm.
It hasn't bugged me out really, but still to an extent, it's like I always laugh at the idea that like FBI is really like listening to rap music. Like they're really in that room. Like
if they are, which they're supposed to be, I don't understand why Bobby Schmurda would say half the shit he says in his music.
That's the confusing stuff. I'm not saying that. Now, for all we know, the FBI is probably already looking at them before the music comes out. For all I know.
Right.
However,
it's even worse if they are.
It's even worse if they are.
Because there's one song Bobby Schmurda puts himself in a spot, puts himself in an area, gives a witness, and admits to the crime. Why would you do that? Why though?
Because it probably makes for a dope. It probably makes for a really dope bar.
The bar was
probably, listen, one of the dopest bars I ever heard from Bobby Schmurda was he said something about Tom Cruise and he said like I'm jumping over the car like I'm Tom Cruise.
I think that I'm Tom Cruise. I'm sliding over cars while I shoot.
Yeah, it was a dope bar, but there's a good chance that the police are looking. They're looking for those lines.
Yeah, of course.
Like just because, look, everyone's looking for these bars. Whether it be the person who just has it in their headphones, a little kid who just heard it on the radio and it's like that bar's kind of dope. The police are looking for those bars too. The police are looking for the bars probably more than everyone else is.
Yeah. There's a Key and Peele sketch that does that too. They're basically, it's like the dude snitches on himself throughout the song, but he keeps trying to make it like mean something else.
Yo. Look, man, I don't know how other rappers have done it. It might be like one of the wonders of the world if you ask me. Like, I'm not trying to be whatever, but think about it. Like there's a lot of rappers who have admitted in the music that they do illegal things every day. Yeah,
Cameron, one of the main subscribers to this theory. So I can just say what the hell I want on this.
Cameron, Jay-Z, you name the person.
Yeah.
And they've admitted to it on, I don't know, it's really to me one of the 7 wonders of the world, how they didn't get locked up, but I don't know. I don't know how these things work. I don't know the intricacies.
Right.
But all I know is there's other people who have probably done far worse than Bobby Schmurda's done. And they're still making bars. Still have bars. If anything, I feel like I don't want to say this, but like battle rappers probably more than anyone else. Like,
but we know for a fact like battle rappers are just talking shit.
Depends on which battle rapper. Like probably the new ones now.
Yeah. Like DNA, I don't think DNA does have.
No, I don't think so.
Or Disaster.
No, no.
Yeah.
Well, but that's the thing. Like for Disaster, right? It's easier. I feel like it's easier to say that he hasn't ever done something like that because a lot of times it's wrapped around so much other nonsense that you wouldn't really take it seriously. Yeah. Like he says, like once I don't remember the actual bar, but I heard him say something with the word Persian in it. Or like
right.
Where does the FBI agent go from that? Yeah. Go with that. You know what I mean? Like I just don't think anyone.
Right next to the confession is like just some ridiculous.
It's a ridiculous
rap battle punchline. It's like it's not gonna hold up in court.
Come on, I don't. Look, in all honesty, a lot of everyone's favorite rappers. There's a good chance they may have snitched on people already to not do time.
Right. Only person I could think of that well, two people, I guess, and I don't really know much about them, but the fact that they were rappers and they're still in jail probably says something about it. Max B, and Shine. The Shine's still in jail, right?
I think he got out. I think he's Muslim now.
Yeah, he's Muslim.
That whole thing about just going into jail and coming out Muslim, that's just another distraction to me.
What you distracted?
It's a distraction. It's just, look, man. How is it? It's just everyone just goes in there and comes out Muslim.
Yeah.
Why? Look, man.
I got no idea, man. It's always been weird.
I find it dope when someone comes out of prison and just like, listen, now I have my doctorate now. I gotta be free. I find that dope. Yeah. But the whole Muslim thing, like, I don't.
We got Malcolm X doing it. Shine, Muhammad Ali. Probably a bunch of other people too. But I think those are like. It's even weird. I feel like to put Shine next to Muhammad Ali and Malcolm X.
You can't put Shine next to Muhammad Ali.
Right. No. I mean, but he's just like. He's not next to him. He's just in the same category. He's like 15 tiers down.
Fine, if that. But to go back to Ali, if I remember correctly, Ali didn't go to. He was getting drafted for the war, and he went Muslim and changed his name to pretty much say that he wasn't an American citizen anymore. He was like part of the
Nation of Islam.
You're right. Which, when I think about it, and it was a pretty smart tactical move. I also feel like it's not. You can't just take Muhammad Ali and put him to fight wars. I don't know. That's just strange to me.
But I don't think he was. He was just Cassius Clay at the time, so he was just like an amateur boxer, wasn't he?
He was a pretty big name. He was a pretty big boxer already. Like, he was very well known. You're trying to tell me there was no one who was like, I'll take Muhammad Ali's place? Like,
yeah, which I doubt.
I wouldn't mind taking that.
Yeah, but why was there a draft for the Vietnam War anyway?
I don't think they had enough men.
Wait, it was the Vietnam War though, right?
I don't know. I'll say this: nowadays, if there's ever a draft again, with all the equality shit that's going on, everyone gets drafted, men and women. I don't want to hear nothing about the women. I don't want to hear zero lickety split. I don't want to hear one iota about women saying that they're equal and not get drafted into that war.
Well,
I think everyone in there, bro.
I think the draft is over now, right? It's not a draft. What it is now is called a select service. So, if you're the ages of 18 to 26, you're eligible for it. And the way that they make you sign up is you could go without signing up, but you're not allowed to receive like any federal aid, and you're not allowed to vote until you're 26. If you sign up to vote or you sign up for federal aid, within those two times, or between the age of 18 and 26, then you have, in order to receive that aid, you have to sign up for the selective service.
So there'll never be such thing as a draft again? Is that what you're saying?
According to the government, it's select service. So if you're between the ages of 18 to 26, that's the age pool that they'll draft from.
Bro, let's be honest here. If let's say shit ever really, really got bad, ever got that bad, they would declare a national state of emergency and draft people. If it ever got that bad.
Well, I don't know. It depends on what bad means. I think it would have to be like aliens.
Nah.
Because I think any other war would be fought with the forces we already have, and then like drones.
But why do we always feel like aliens are like have bad intentions?
No, I think
so chill.
Yeah, but if they make it here,
right,
and they are aggressive, then I think like we would need manpower in order to fight back, because their weapons would just decimate us.
I honestly feel like
because they would have to be super advanced to even make it here.
Well. Maybe.
Or maybe they're just like there all along and like.
Well, I was gonna say maybe it's not even that they're super advanced. Maybe it's just that they just felt like it. Like I feel like they're so advanced that they don't even.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Is like they have to be advanced enough to be able to make it here. You know, and it's like because we haven't figured it out yet, you know, they have to be leagues ahead of us to be able to bring a couple people through and just like come through and chill and say what's up. You know.
But still, in that event, if there's a draft, I want men and women in there. I want everyone in there.
Yeah, everyone.
I don't want any, because I know there's some sort of rule. There was some sort of rule that all the men go, and that the woman stays. I don't want to hear that. Everyone's pick up gun. If everyone's equal, we're all equal, right? You know what? Fuck that.
They probably just won't draft moms, like mothers. It'll probably be like one per household, like one parent per household. And if it's that,
come on.
That's the only way they can get away. Not get away with it, but that's the only way it'll work.
They bred this. Like me acting like this, they bred this. I wasn't like this before. I was not like this before. I never had that feeling in my heart. Ever. They made this happen. I was never like this. We're going to go into a small segue. I just saw this thing online where these two transgender dudes are just decimating women in the track and field. Like,
I briefly saw like a thumbnail of this.
When I say when you see the power that they're running on this track with, and you see the girls behind them, it's sad.
So it's men.
It's
transitioning into women.
Yeah.
And now they're playing sports.
They're in the track team. Just destroying.
This is like high school, or is it like official?
I think it's high school. They're just annihilating the girls. Now look, this is the only way that this makes sense to me. If this might happen, this might be a realistic thing. Yeah. Women might start evolving because the transgender men are now in the same area. Right. Okay. It might force. Let's say you put little boys who think they're transgenders in the same rink, same track with the little girls. It might push the little girl to be like, I can beat that person. They might not have the blinder on. Right. They might
not even think that
it's a dude.
Yeah.
They're just gonna be like, this is just another person. I just gotta be faster. It might work. It's just not working right now. Right. Bro, they're eating them up.
Were they track stars before they transitioned to?
Yeah. Oh, God. They're eating them up. The form is different, bro. The way the form is different. They're running straight up like the dude from Terminator, the silver dude.
Do you want to pull up a video?
I don't know if the video of them actually running is on there. I just saw the pictures, but I felt the energy in the picture, and they're just eating these girls up. One of them looks just like Chief Keef.
Let me see.
Eating these girls up, and then people surprised, like the transgender dudes are beating the girls, but you knew this was gonna happen. Right. There's men have spent years and years being stronger, fighting in coliseums, going out and hunting. It's years of evolution that women are just out of nowhere just thinking they can just walk over and say we're just as strong as you. You know what? Now you got proof. If you think that, put Serena Williams up against the best male tennis player. Let's see who wins.
They did that. What's his name? It was a doubles match. Rafael Nadal won. He beat Serena Williams.
What did we think was gonna happen? We think everyone's so fire. Take the best female NBA player and put her up against LeBron.
Come on, that's not fair.
It is fair.
You can't even. LeBron could be anybody.
Doesn't matter. If I talk about equality,
hold on. Because I sincerely think that if LeBron played 1-on-1 against God, I think LeBron would win. Because he's been engineered to win.
Bro, that's not my problem. That is not my problem. I'm tired of all this equality. Like, I don't mind equality. If we're talking about equality as far as how someone is treated, then I'm all for it. I don't want to hear about the stuff that women are just as physically strong as men. It's nonsense. Right. If you feel that way, if you really feel that way, put your best female boxer up against Deontay Wilder. Let's see what happens.
Jesus Christ.
Your best heavyweight female boxer, put her up against Deontay Wilder. I want to see what happens. Let's do it. I want to see it.
That's not going to be a pretty one.
Why can't we just set these matches up so that we don't? Why can't we just set these matches up so that we can end? Because we're gonna have to go primal on everyone, because this is the only way to really get through to people's heads. Because right now, everyone is having these conversations about something that could be proven physically.
Right.
Let's put an end to it. Why don't, if we think everyone's the fastest, if you want to talk about who's the fastest, why don't you put why don't you put Usain Bolt
against
Usain Bolt against your fastest track runner?
Yeah.
Let's see it.
It's not gonna work.
Let's put it to. I want to put this. We need a bigger audience, because the only way we can spread this message is if everyone spreads it.
Right.
Let's put this conversation to an end, man. What are we sugarfooting around for? Like, why are we stepping on eggshells?
This is the thing. I don't think. Well, I think that and the transgender women competing are different. It's like, is it a morality thing? Is it a biology thing?
It's a biology thing.
To like let them, because like a part of them has to know that they innately have more strength.
It's ethically wrong on them. It's ethically wrong on the transgender. It's ethically wrong.
Mm-hmm. And we're not saying to not run.
No.
At all. But
why don't you just stay in the men's league then? Why don't you just?
Oh.
If you really,
is that what you were saying?
No, but now I'm saying it. But if you really wanna do women a service, why don't you run as a woman, as a transgender man, in the men's league, or whatever way you want to put it?
Right.
Why don't you go do it there? Don't go beat up these girls when you know damn well,
right,
you have testosterone flowing through your body.
Right. But I think they do have, from what I understood, when they're going through that, if they're going through it completely, because I think there are some people who would try to take advantage of that rule, that stipulation. But if they're actually going through it, I think there's like, they do things like block their testosterone and take more estrogen.
Right.
But I don't know the effect that has on like their actual physical performance, you know. And based off of the story that I've heard or that I was just reading with those two girls running, doesn't look like it's having much of an effect if they're, you know, destroying them.
You think it doesn't just happen to be that they're first and second.
Right.
That's all I can get at. I would love to not think that way, but if that's what you're presenting to me,
right,
that's what's gonna make sense to me. That's the only way it's gonna make sense. They just happen to be in first and second place. Come on.
Also, I wonder how the other competitors feel about it.
No one even talks to them really for some reason, because everyone's so focused on, oh my God, oh my God,
Zay.
It did it.
Yeah.
Everyone is just so focused on it.
Right.
That they don't even care how it makes the other competitors feel.
Right.
You know what I mean? If it doesn't,
easy. I saw the picture.
If it doesn't make sense, if it makes no difference, how can female bodybuilders take testosterone? If it doesn't make a difference, that's a biological factor that women aren't born with.
Right.
If it doesn't make any difference, testosterone versus estrogen doesn't make any difference. And why do some of them take testosterone and then they end up looking more masculine?
Right.
Hands come out looking burly,
like that Instagram model,
like a chopped wood.
Like
arms just
unit.
Come on,
that's an absolute unit, just a specimen.
I wasn't like this. Never.
Who made you like this?
Who?
Yeah.
It wasn't a who. It's not a who. It's a set. It's literally a set of events that built me up to this, to make me feel this way.
Yeah.
It wasn't a who. It's just because it's too many culprits.
Right.
It's way too many culprits. Look, I'm tired. I saw this Nike commercial the other day where it was like, women are amazing. No one said you weren't.
Right.
No one said you weren't. No one said that. Why? I'm not trying to be a jerk here.
Yeah.
But it's really just like a woman to throw something in your face that you don't care about.
Yeah, but it's not for us. It's for little girls. It's for young girls. It's so that they get some sort of validation.
What environment are these little girls growing up in that someone's telling them they can't be anything they want to be?
The patriarchy. Patriarchy's telling them they're not amazing. They're telling them that if they run like a girl, it's not fast. It's not fast at all. Even though tons of women do sports regardless without having all that other stuff in their way.
If I'm running down the street, and I'm running as fast as I can, like I'm trying to catch the bus, and I'm running as fast as I can, someone said, "You run like a girl." I'm running as fast as I can. Someone out of nowhere, some jerk in their windowsill just yelled, "Yo, you run like a girl." It's not gonna affect me.
Missing the bus is gonna.
It's gonna affect me. If you said I run like anything, it's gonna affect me. That's the problem. It's not that you said I run like a girl. If you said, "Yo, you run like a platypus," I'm gonna be upset because you said.
I think that would get me more offended.
You said that I'm running like something I'm not. Not because it's below me or beneath me.
Yeah.
You could have said anything. You could have said I run like anything.
Right.
That's not how. But in my mind, that's not how I run. I run like myself.
Yeah.
I'm upset because you said.
Trying to catch this bus.
You're
distracting me.
You're distracting me.
Yeah.
I'm not upset because you said I run like a girl. Just because.
Yeah. You're trying to insult me.
It's not even, you said I run like. Yeah, you're trying to insult me. You said I run like anything other than me.
Yeah.
That's the issue to me. Like, I want this gotta stop.
Right.
This has to stop. If a girl runs like a dude, let's say some girls run that same scenario, you switch it over, and someone's like, "Yo, you run like a dude."
Yeah.
That's to me, that's still insulting because you're saying she's running on something she's not.
Yeah.
Why is this so hard to understand? Like one video that's been. It circulates in my mind every so often. The dude from GameStop.
Oh my God.
He's like, "It's ma'am."
Yeah.
Come on, dude. You know.
In the same breath that that they're like, come outside basically and I'll beat you up. Pretty much what they're saying. Like, come outside and I'll show you something. Right?
Show you the dick. Anyway, continue. Yo, that was so bad. But anyway, continue. I did not mean to do that.
But you can't.
But wait, before you continue, that was perfectly. That was very perfect for that scenario.
Right.
That was
because that's how you're acting.
It's not even just that's how he's acting. It's just, it's the fact that he does have a dick.
Oh, we don't know that. He could have had it taken off already.
Maybe. It's possible.
But the way that he's acting,
right,
is very.
It's very masculine.
Yeah.
It's very masculine.
So it's hard for us. And I don't even think that dude was. I don't think he said "sir" the second time. I think he said it like the third or fourth time to like goad them on, because at this point, like, he's just like, I can't back down.
Yeah,
it's not fair. But when they initially blew up, he didn't even say "sir."
Well, see, that's the one thing that bothers me sometimes, that like with these videos, you don't see like
the whole thing. You
only see when the animosity starts, because that's the only time where it's worth watching in the first place. I don't know if he said "sir" or whatever. Look, it's happened to me by accident on multiple occasions. I remember when I used to work at a certain retail store. Yeah. I'm walking through the aisle. It looked like a dude. Right. I said, "Excuse me, sir. Excuse me, sir." Yeah. Turn around, it wasn't a sir. Right. I just act like I didn't say it. It's only gonna make it more. What's gonna happen? It's gonna make it more. Oh, my bad. I thought you were a dude. Yeah. Come on. It happens.
Right. And that person acted sanely too, I'm sure.
They didn't have any issue with it.
Right.
It had, like, honestly, look, I'll take it one step further. First of all, before I even take it that one step further, I don't have any, like, ill content in my heart when I said sir. It looked like a dude, so I said sir.
Right.
It's happened on more than one occasion. I've done it. Now, at that point, I just learned to just be like, excuse me, and I just left it at that.
Yeah.
Now, I don't blame someone for not leaving at that because it takes mistakes to even figure out the right way to do things. That's number one. Number two, if you really, really, maybe that's part of the path. If you ask me, you can't be that upset because maybe that's part of the path. If you really want to look like a female and someone still mistakes you for a dude, you haven't reached your goal yet because you still look like a dude.
Right.
Maybe you should try to look even more like a woman so people can address you like a woman.
Right.
That's how I feel about it.
Yeah. I mean, it makes sense.
He still had the 5 o'clock shadow.
And this was a complete stranger. So he doesn't... Look, man, it was confusing, right? Because this guy just wants to... I've worked at a GameStop before, right? Not only does this guy not want a customer to come to the line, and I'm not saying that this person isn't allowed to go to stores or whatever, right? But that's a very confusing spot for that guy to be in because he doesn't know if you just dress that way.
Exactly.
He doesn't know if one, you just dress that way, or two, you're transgender, right?
Right.
He doesn't know what you identify as because you probably didn't say anything.
Right.
You're just trying to return a game or buy a game or whatever.
Yeah.
So I don't think a lot of people know this, but like the video, I think around when the video starts, he's already saying you're refusing me service or you're doing whatever. I'm mad because you're treating me this way because I'm transgender.
Right.
That's how it turned out, but I can guarantee you that dude was not doing that. Look, I can 112% guarantee.
If you've ever worked in retail, you care so little about the job that you could care less if someone was identified as a monkey.
That's whatever you
You don't care. In fact, by the time we get to the line, I want to make this transaction as short as possible to get the next person in. And
or so I can do whatever I have to do so I can leave on time.
Right. Just so I can leave on time.
Yeah.
All the stuff in the middle, could really care less about. I'm not sticking up for the kid.
Yeah.
Because I don't know. I wasn't there.
Right.
They didn't hear the whole argument. I'm speaking from my experience in retail. And I've been in scenarios like that where someone just is thinking way too much into something.
Yeah.
Or the way they think I treated them.
Yeah.
Truth of the matter is, I could care less. And I feel like that kid could probably care less.
Not care. Like, all right, honestly, to him, you were just another customer.
Just another person.
Well, I mean, because of how you blew up on him and you made it viral and everything, you're just a pretty rude customer.
You've done a disservice.
Yeah.
That person is now. I don't say you should hope, but there's a very good chance that person now is just like that's how all of them act. You have every day you meet someone.
Yeah.
You know, depending on what you identify as or whatever the case is, you have the chance to change someone's mind about what the stereotype is.
Right.
That you just left a negative impact on this poor kid. Like he can't erase that. He can't erase some 8-foot being in his face talking about, you need to call me ma'am.
In the deepest voice possible.
It's there now.
Yeah.
It's in his mind. Can't erase it. Now
he's traumatized.
He's traumatized.
Yeah.
I think it's very fair to say that young kid is traumatized.
Without a doubt. He just wanted to.
He probably just wanted to get the fuck off the line.
He didn't care about anything that you were throwing at him. He didn't. What's up, Vuck? How's it going? Vuck says, sorry to interrupt your date, but when is the shit talking?
When is the shit talking?
Yeah.
I thought we were shit talking.
We are. You just want to make a joke.
That date joke is kind of funny, man. I find it hilarious. No?
I feel no way about it.
Oh.
Neither here nor there.
But yeah, so
Cool name though.
Vuck.
Yeah, it's a bunch of other stuff too.
Oh,
If you want to read it, it's upside down, but
if it's a long name. First of all, I have a hard time reading like long names, no underscore. I don't like trying to read those. It's too much effort.
That's one of those gotcha names. He's trying to get us to say nigga.
Oh,
Yeah.
See, if he was here in the beginning, I don't know if that's supposed to do something. It wouldn't bother me, but I get the energy.
Right.
It's funny. I don't know.
It's hilarious.
But the dude with the rocks.
Yes, let's show that video.
Yeah,
because we are going to let that fall behind, and we can't show the whole thing. We'll just show.
Oh right.
Yeah, we'll just show him throwing the rocks. And this was really messed up.
Can we at least get to when he says call the police officer?
Yeah, like we're gonna get up to where we're gonna get like right exactly to where we can't show it anymore.
Because look, man, this idea of being a vigilante, this has to stop.
You think he was a vigilante?
In his mind, he was a vigilante.
No, I think he just wanted to commit suicide.
Oh yeah, probably.
Which is why I said it's messed up, because you just call the cops and just come kill you. That's really fucked up to me.
Oh, yeah, I was just about to ask if you could go that way too.
Yeah,
because
it's just full screen. Yeah.
But they can see what we're playing.
Yeah, they can see. But can they hear it? Let me see. Let me make sure.
I'm not sure what was disturbing about this video.
Yeah, because maybe we might be able to show it since you don't really see him get hit.
I don't know. I don't understand what's disturbing about it.
Anything that's like gunshots is like supposed to be disturbing.
Oh god. It didn't even show any blood, man.
Yeah.
Hi.
Yeah.
My name is Ahmed, and I live in Fountain Hills. I'm owing my allegiance to the Islamic State of Iraq and Syria. Please, mate, I just want cops to come real quick, and I want to deal with them. You live here in town?
I love the nonchalant of the response. He just said, "You live in?
You from here, bro?
You from here, bro? Like, what's the problem?" Wait, time out. Let's just.
You can play that in
we
slow
rewind
motion too.
that really quick. All right. So when he takes that rock out, how come the police officer didn't notice he was reaching for something?
Yeah, that's true.
It was the slowest reach I ever seen.
I feel like since oh no, never mind.
Hey.
Listen to the call when he calls in.
Back off. 740. He just started throwing rocks at me. I got one at gunpoint.
Yo, at that point.
Back off.
At that point.
Drop it right.
I would be so upset with my career at that point. Like, as soon as I call that in, I'm like 747. He just started throwing rocks at me.
He's throwing rocks at me.
He's throwing rocks. Like at that
I
point,
need backup.
I would just be so frustrated with my life. I would just be like, yo, I hate this job. Maybe that's not even enough for him to be like, I hate this job. I know how I am. I would just be like, I'm gonna start looking.
Yeah, I'd be in shock, man. I'd be like, after the second rock hit me, I would still be confused as to why he's throwing rocks at me.
I would be
what?
I'd be confused about the parking lot scenario in general.
And yeah, it's also weird. He didn't go to a home.
This guy looks weird. I'd be in shock just with the weirdness of the way the guy looks. Plus the parking lot, I would be like, why don't you step over there for a second? Like, why don't you put I feel like the police officer probably should have started off with that. Like, why don't you keep your hands?
Yeah, can't where I can see him because he just said you want to deal with me.
Yeah, if that was the whole point of the beginning of the video, I don't know why he wouldn't have told him, let me keep your hands where I can see them.
Yeah. I don't want you to deal with me. I don't know what you're dealing. I don't want it.
Now, drop it. Drop the
it's
knife.
Still so hard to see. Yeah.
740, he's got a knife coming at me. Drop the knife. I will shoot
This
you.
is a strange looking guy, though.
Drop the knife. I will shoot you. Drop the knife. Shoot it. I drop the knife.
Okay.
Look.
We're willing to show.
Truthfully, I could never be a cop.
It's a job.
It's a job.
It's a job, man.
It takes so much effort for me not to get frustrated in scenarios like that.
Right.
That you have to praise that cop for not shooting as soon as the rock got thrown.
Yeah. Oh, what the?
Once it looked like he threw those rocks pretty hard, man.
I don't think so.
I think so. You know why?
I think he tried to.
I'll say why I think so. Anytime someone has ever thrown something in the history of throwing, if you bite your bottom lip, once you throw something, you're throwing it really hard. You're throwing it with some sort of force that it forced you to close your bottom lip to whip a rock at somebody. After that first rock, I would have shot him.
Oh my God.
I don't.
The rock's not a deadly weapon.
Imagine if it hit him straight in the middle of the forehead. We don't even know the size of those rocks, man.
Yeah.
We don't know how sharp they were. Where were they from? Were those rocks straight from?
Yeah, in this podcast.
He might have brought those rocks straight from his country, and it's a proven fact that rocks from his country are stronger than rocks from America.
Or he learned a rock throwing technique. Maybe that's why he did it like that. He put the first rock, he threw it, and then he tossed the other one. Like he caressed his palm with it.
Yeah.
And then he threw it. Maybe it was like some sort of special,
bro.
ISIS rock throwing technique.
He should have shot him as soon as the first rock. As soon as the bottom lip started getting, I would have shot him.
I didn't see that. I didn't see him right above. I was just focused on the way he threw the rock.
And I would have shot him for that weird haircut. I would have shot him for 2
He
reasons.
can't help that.
I would have shot him for the rocks and the weird haircut.
Yeah, now you gotta shoot his barber.
Well, I don't know where his barber is. For all I know, his barber has rocks too.
He might be the barber.
He might be the barber. That could be the issue right there.
Jeez.
I would have shot him quick. But in all fairness, I understand. Like I get it. I understand he was trying to be diplomatic about it. You have to salute him for that. You got to say, look, that's a cop that deserves to be in that position. He knows how to be patient.
Yeah.
Under stress. I can't be a cop.
That situation was not stressful, dude.
Bro.
I feel like that was the least stressful.
He tried to stone him in a parking lot.
Those rocks were like,
bro.
Those were not big rocks.
Stoning.
Remember the rocks we were
stoning.
talking about when we were at Haiti?
Yeah.
Those were like.
But those weren't rocks. Those
4% of those rocks.
That's broken concrete.
I think that's what he had. I think he picked up some rocks on the way and was like, all right, I'm going to antagonize him with these rocks.
Bro.
Then he probably had a butter knife or some small thing.
Assault is assault.
It is.
Assault is assault. And he could have thrown anything. He could throw a teddy bear.
Yeah.
Gotta go down. Gotta go down. I don't know if that's an explosive teddy bear.
Explosive rocks. Explosive knife. He could have been explosive himself.
Anyone who's throwing stuff, you gotta get shot.
Oh my God.
Assault. We don't even know. Imagine being in that police officer's position.
Yeah.
You might come to know it's a rock when you look down at the ground. When it hits you in the head or the chest, you don't know what it is. Could be a shuriken for all you know.
Oh, true. You don't know what he's throwing at you.
I don't have time to figure out. I need to go back to my family.
Yeah.
That's why that's really why a lot of times I take the cops out for a lot of stuff. They got to go back to their family. They don't have time to be figuring out whether the gun you have in your pocket is your wallet or a play gun. Right. They say keep your hands up. You keep your hands up.
And again, this is a 9 to 5. This is a 9 to 5 job. So before they clock in, they're already tired of your shit. They're already tired of shit before you clock in.
How about we go deeper? How about they've been on the force for 20 years?
Yeah.
And here you come. They've probably done, some of them, let's say they've done amazing work for the community day in and day out. Here you come. They've been doing good work all their life. Here you come. You want to throw rocks at them.
Yeah.
Take them out. There's no time for that. I've been doing a good job all my life. You're going to repay me by throwing rocks at me?
You want to deal with me?
Come on.
Poor guy. Why would they send him? Not him. But just imagine being you get that radio in. It's just like, yeah, there's someone in a parking lot.
Says they want to deal with you.
So they want to deal with a cop. Just go check it out. Make sure he's not hurting nobody. And then next thing you know, you're being pelted by rocks.
Come on.
It's not fair.
I feel zero remorse for the kid who got shot.
He lived. Oh, he live. He in
even better because now he could serve time.
Yeah.
I honestly feel like the death penalty is an easy way out. I feel like someone who commits a crime like that some people might decide should be on they should be on death row. I feel like that crime is too easy. I feel like you should spend your life in a tiny room, maybe a meal every other day.
Damn. I mean, they don't have rights anyway.
You can have water, but you get a meal every other day.
I don't know what constitutes what for death row. I think the jury decides.
Well, the jury decides, and depending on whether it's a state.
Yeah.
That
only a few states have it. I know they're mostly in the South.
I feel like death row. I feel like it's too easy. If someone killed anyone in my family, I don't want you to just die and then you just get to forget that you ever.
Yeah.
No, I want you to serve time for the rest of your life. I want you to die in prison.
Right.
In a terrible. I don't even. Like, I want people to throw rocks at you.
It's gonna hire a bunch of those.
Once a day. Once a day, there's 30 seconds of of people stoning you.
Oh shit! You bury them. Ooh. Bury only their head can show. And just have people throw rocks at the head.
And I want them to be small rocks.
Yeah.
I don't want them to be big rocks that could really seriously hurt you. I want them to be tiny rocks that's just annoying more than anything. Enough to make welts.
Right.
But the death penalty, I think, is too easy. Way too easy.
I don't know.
You get to sleep.
Yeah, eternal sleep.
You get to sleep.
But they go to. If you believe in it, they will go to hell, right?
I don't believe in it.
Wake up in hell.
I truly feel like heaven and hell, right on earth.
Yeah.
Yep. I feel like all the choices you make, if you make a whole bunch of bad choices, you gotta live with them, and that's hell. Because all the bad choices, you have to live with them. And good choices,
you get to live with them.
You get to live with them, and you get to live with like a clear conscience. I feel like that's heaven. But I want someone in prison if they hurt my family.
Yeah.
I don't understand the whole idea of just kill them and then. And I don't think you should do prison in America.
What do you mean?
I think you should do prison in like somewhere that's notoriously known for very difficult prison cells, like Russia.
You can't just ship people to other countries. That's what Russia used to do. They used to send all of their prisoners on a thing to Siberia, like a journey. They sent them all the journeys to Siberia. So like
Siberia's not Russia.
It's not. It was like north of Russia, I think.
But it's not under the same president, or
I don't think so.
Damn, man, I really need to get my geography.
I mean, like I don't know for sure. I can check. I don't know for sure.
I ain't get my geography on point, bro, because this happened last time, and I was not happy with myself.
Yeah, it's its own place. But it was built off of the thingies. It was built off the ancestors of prisoners. I think Australia's the same thing. I think the UK shipped all of their prisoners to the continent of Australia. I could be wrong.
I was thinking about this the other day. I got so upset, bro. I found out that people were talking about Bruno Mars saying that he culturally appropriates.
Yeah.
Let me explain something.
That was a real thing.
I want to explain something to everyone anyone who said that. You
really believe that.
I was about to say something that never mind. I'm not gonna say that, but listen.
You deserve to rot in prison for the rest of your life.
You should go to prison. Do not listen, Bruno Mars.
Can we pull up the video? Please let me pull up the video.
Of what?
Of there was a conversation. There was like a conversation on the college campus about Bruno Mars.
Bro. Bruno Mars is the dopest R&B artist to come out, maybe since Mike Jack. I'm not trying to overlook you, Chris Breezy, because I'm a fan of Breezy. But Bruno Mars might be the next best thing to Mike Jack.
Bruno Mars is he's very talented, versatile. He could dance, he could sing, hits. The guy makes his he writes his music, right?
I think
he writes his songs.
if people try to if I find out there's a real group trying to take Bruno Mars away, I'll show up, man, and protest. I'm not gonna, because people can misconstrue that as something else.
Yeah.
But I'll set up a protest just for you.
Nah, we definitely
can't-
march in the streets. You
Why-
can't take Bruno Mars. You can't.
Yo.
And you're not gonna convince me either. You can't. I laugh. Oh, let me show you the video.
If you out here trying to say Bruno Mars, if you're trying to say 24 karat magic wasn't fire, if you try to say 24 karat magic wasn't fire, you're lying. If you feel that you thinking cultural appropriation is more important than 24 karat magic,
It's not even cultural.
you don't deserve to be in America. Go live in another country.
That's what they want to do.
Bruno Mars.
That's what they think they want to do.
Bruno Mars is American, all right, and we protect Americans. Leave Bruno Mars the fuck alone. Leave him alone.
Let me show you this video.
Leave Bruno Mars alone, bro.
This video is insane.
Fucking around. Did they hear finesse?
I think they did, and they didn't like it.
I don't think they heard finesse.
They didn't like it because they used "In Living Color," and that was even more cultural appropriation.
I was joking.
No, I'm joking too, but they probably have that.
Yo, you almost got.
They gotta have
tired.
the issue.
Who's this?
This is the girl. This is the main girl. Who well, you'll see who she is. Mainly hater number one.
God.
Exhibit A for hateration. See, the first thing she said was, "I hate this guy."
Bruno Mars 100% is a cultural appropriator. He is racially ambiguous. He is not black at all, and he plays up his racial ambiguity to be able to do what Jimmy says, cross genres and go into different places. And you guys are bringing up Michael Jackson. Number one, me personally, like, I don't even think that Michael Jackson now in this day and age will be able to get to the point that he got. Facts.
Whoa.
Yes, these people exist.
First of all, look, man.
These people exist, man. That's
Whoa.
I don't want to say that's a real person, but she exists.
It's not. The thing that bothers me isn't that she herself exists. The thing that bothers me is there's more than her in that room,
Right.
agreeing with her. But you know what? Before I even finish speaking, let me hear the rest of the sentence. Let me hear because I don't know what she's gonna say. I paused it because I got upset because when someone comes after Michael Jackson, I get upset. But let me see what else she's gonna say.
Facts. And a huge part of that is because people have realized that they prefer their black music and their black culture from a non-black base. And you have
What is going on, bro? What does that have to do with anything?
Who said that? Who said that? Where did that come from? Why? Because Bruno Mars and Justin Timberlake made albums before. We prefer R&B music from non-black people. Since when is that a thing?
Michael Jackson blew up when he was black.
Michael Jackson doesn't even do R&B. He's the king of pop.
The Jackson 5 when they got big, they were all Michael Jackson was black.
He was black on Thriller.
He was black with Thriller. I'm getting confused here. I'm getting really confused here because because what I heard her say is that Michael Jackson wouldn't be as big today. Michael Jackson's talent, which I'm assuming she knows nothing about.
Nothing.
Talent.
Yeah.
Michael Jackson's talent time travels, bro. Michael Jackson could have been born in the 1840s. He could have been born in year 3002.
He was gonna sing and make great music.
Mike Jack's talent can go through any year at any time. So to say he wasn't gonna be as big today because people prefer it.
I guess that's why kids today like Michael. They hate Michael Jackson music, right? Even though we could pull up a video of kids reacting to Michael Jackson music and loving it, already knowing who he is.
You don't even need even let's say you didn't even know what Michael Jackson looked like. You can't pretend like the shit that's coming out the speaker isn't dope. Even if you didn't know what the dude looked like.
Nah, but you're only supposed to. You're not if they're white, you're not supposed to like it.
Come on.
If they're, I think Bruno Mars is Polynesian or some shit.
Bro,
I'm sorry if I got that wrong. I sounded real ignorant, but
no, I don't know where he's from.
Right.
Look, honestly, I never cared where Bruno Mars was from.
Yeah.
Until this conversation happened.
It had nothing to do with anything.
I just assumed the nigga was from Hawaii. He looks the same color as The Rock. I just assumed he was from Hawaii. Never cared.
Bruno Mars is just straight up Samoan.
I never cared.
Who cares, man? Who gives a shit? Listen to the music. It ain't even cultural appropriate. Why can't he just make music that he likes? He's making. Oh, it's because she doesn't. I guess it's because like when you're a non-creative person, you don't understand what it means to make something that you like, to be inspired by type of music, and to have that inspiration come through your creation. I guess you just don't understand that because you have to come after him for cultural appropriation, even though he's really just up in the music that he enjoys.
I don't think he's ever even thought about. I don't think in his mind he's.
I
can't speak for him. I'm not in his mind.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. But I really don't feel like he's ever in his mind was like, oh, I'm black. Like, I don't think that's such a weird thing to even think.
He's never woken up and be like, what can I take from black culture today?
I doubt
He's never done it. He's like, what fire can I make in the studio?
So how does she, I would love to see how she would debate James Brown's popularity because James Brown stayed black. He never changed colors.
Right.
How would you come after James Brown's popularity because he stayed the same as he was from day one?
No, she wouldn't because he's black.
But Michael Jackson, you can't have Michael Jackson necessarily without having James Brown.
She doesn't.
Michael Jackson has said it himself. He was inspired through James Brown.
Yeah.
Even if you look at Bruno Mars doesn't even really dance like Michael Jackson.
Not at all.
He's talented, but I haven't seen him really dance like Michael Jackson.
Right.
Maybe there's some videos, but it's not as a whole.
And whenever we compare him to Michael Jackson, it's the fact that he's the triple threat. It's
right.
not that he dances like Michael Jackson.
Come on, man. Where'd you find this video?
This was on Twitter. A while back. Because this blew up a couple months ago, and I don't know why. I just saw Bruno Mars trending, and then everyone was calling him a culture vulture. I'm just like, you guys are insane. I can't. I would never feel comfortable having someone like you in power because you are so fickle.
You're
You're volatile.
Biased. It's very biased.
It's insane.
You can't have a conversation. Like the thing is, she could only thrive in this scenario. She could only thrive in this environment. Because no one's disagreeing with her, really.
Right. And I think later on there is someone who disagrees with her, and she just talks louder until he stops talking.
I'm talking, so you can because I'm talking right now. And in a lot of different ways, we have artists now that are much more willing to step into quote unquote black genres that were not willing to do it when they didn't want to do it. They didn't want to be in black music. Black music was seen a certain type of way. We've reached a point now where hip hop recently surpassed rock and roll as the most.
First of all, who? I don't know who she's talking about.
I have no idea.
That's the problem. I know what's going on. I know what I know what she's doing. She's saying they, and because at least she shoved the other dude up. No one is really asking who they is. That's the problem.
Right.
Like she's just mounting a whole bunch of pieces for her argument, and no one is actually challenging her on her view. And even it seems like if she does, she just keeps on trying to quiet them down or whatever the case is.
Right.
But what she's saying doesn't make any sense.
It's literally nonsense.
It doesn't make sense because when she, like, for example, when she says whatever she said about no one wants to be in black music because of how it was seen. First of all, I don't know what you're talking about because all the other people who are doing music or who were doing music around the time hip hop was around, those people were doing the music that they knew
that they wanted
to do or they knew of.
Right.
You can't. What are you gonna expect? Like,
I don't understand. basically what the argument is, hip hop and R&B got popular, so now people who aren't black want to do it.
Hip hop and R&B's been popular for a while already.
Even if that was the case, why is it an issue? Why is it an issue if other people want to make R&B music?
From what I've heard the issue is that if you're not black and you are now in black music, you're taking food off of you're taking food off of a black person's plate, which to me it's nonsense, because it just sounds like, when I hear that, it sounds like you're afraid that someone else can beat you at what you're doing. Like, you're not, like, people like this to me are weak. Like, they're
very weak.
They're afraid of competition.
But what's dumb is that whoever, oh my god,
What about Run DMC and Aerosmith?
she would have hated that.
But those two felt that sound was dope, and this from two completely different.
Yeah,
it's from two very completely different genres of music, and those two people themselves said that it's a dope sound and came together and made the music.
Yeah.
Why is it an issue? No one was saying anything when Jay-Z wrote 99 Problems, which is primarily a rock song.
Yeah. Or when he did that crossover with MTV and Linkin Park.
No one had an issue. I don't understand
we
why.
were all bumping that music. Rightfully so, because it's normal. It's a normal thing to do for people to enjoy other cultures, to make music in other cultures. It's dumb.
I didn't see no one bother Nelly.
No one bothered Nelly. Didn't he do like a damn near whole country album?
No one bothered Nelly. This is hypocrisy at its finest.
I don't understand.
It's hypocrisy at its finest, bro.
Genre in the United States, Black American culture has reached a certain point in this time period that it was not at when Michael Jackson was popping. Like, people had to campaign to get Michael Jackson's videos played on MTV. We're not in that same time period right now, so that's even a false equivalency to even try to bring up Michael Jackson's career and compare that to Bruno Mars.
You brought him up.
And I also want to
You brought it up.
Bruno Mars is not an original artist in the same way that Michael Jackson was an original artist, in the same way that Prince was an original artist.
But these people, you can't have them if you like. You're saying that, but you're saying that because of your biased view.
Yeah.
You're saying they were original because you probably did not watch James Brown.
Yeah.
And you probably didn't watch the slew of videos that they have out of Michael Jackson and Prince paying homage to James Brown.
Right.
They're not original if you're looking at it from that scope.
It's really because she doesn't know what she's talking about.
How does this stuff happen?
People, I'm telling you, once you get on that Hotep shit, once you get on that hive mind, that group thing, you get in a bubble, and that bubble is strong.
That bubble
is powerful.
Weak, because these people, I can tell you, if you don't have the chain that she's talking, if you don't have those shackles that she had, like, people like this to me are still on the plantation.
Hell yeah, 111%.
That person, to me, that person's on a plantation. If you're still thinking about shit like this, I can guarantee you never have to worry about being able to beat this person as far as any job opportunity goes, any life issue goes, or whatever the case. You never have to worry about being on the same page as this person.
Any confrontation, any conflict, they're out. They're running away and they're calling for everyone.
They're afraid of these type of people are afraid of a challenge. I can guarantee you, if you went up against this person for the same job, if they don't get the job, the only thing they're gonna say is, "Well, that's because I didn't tap dance for the job," or some stupid shit that someone else filled the brain with.
Yeah,
this is ugly.
What Bruno Mars does is he takes pre-existing work and he just completely, word for word, recreates it, extrapolates it. He does not change it. He does not improve upon it. He does not make it better. He's a karaoke singer. He's a wedding singer. He's the person you hire to do Michael Jackson and Prince covers. Yet Bruno Mars has an Album of the Year Grammy and Prince never won an Album of the Year Grammy. So how you gonna say? So how you gonna say people that are originators in the funk genre, that are originators in the R&B, the New Jack Swing? Bobby Brown and New Edition don't have no Album of the Year Grammy. Bruno Mars got that Grammy because white people love him because he's not black. Period. The issue is we want our black culture from non-black bodies.
Most of y'all's popular long legs, and everybody been talking about this.
Bro, listen, listen. I'm so happy that I've never seen that video.
Yeah, I do feel bad for showing it to you because I was mad at it for a while too.
I'm so hyped that I've never seen that video. I've heard it. I've heard the argument. And because it was just that short baby argument that I heard, I kind of just
dismissed it.
Yeah. And didn't care about it. I didn't know there was really a video out there of someone making a case that white people love him just because he's not black.
People really believe this.
I don't know. White people love Michael Jackson. Why is this a thing about who loves who? Like,
people really love this shit, man. They really they live to make these baseless comparisons and thinking that they're coming off as like revolutionary. They're making some sort of huge statement that the future kids will know about, and it's like it's not. It's none of that.
If there's anyone if people ever come across this video, trust me, your skin color is not as important as someone will want you to believe it is. Focus on your race. When I say race, I don't mean your battle, and I'm not talking about your actual your race, like your skin color race. I'm talking about focus on the shit you have to do in your life, and that's it. They don't have no one gives a shit. No one gives a shit. You know what people really get annoyed with? People get annoyed with complainers. Like that. I hate complainers,
that annoyed the shit out of me, man.
Do what you gotta do in your life.
I can't believe
if Bruno Mars out there, please don't let these people stop you from making music, because
I think right after this he came out with Finesse, and this was off of a Grammy win with him, and he had that album that just destroyed everything.
Look, in all fairness, if you want, I don't want to do this to him, because I think he's dope, and I think he's one of the best artists out there now. Chris Brown had the chance. Chris Brown, Breezy.
Hey man,
Breezy had the chance to have that torch. And
yeah.
He got mixed up with some shit.
Yeah.
I don't want to talk about what he got mixed up with, because I feel like I don't want to bring that energy to it.
Yeah.
But he got mixed up with some shit, and it took the flame away.
Yeah, man. Well, I mean, he would have got it from Usher, because Usher held on to it for a while.
People loved Usher.
Yeah.
And Usher got it from Michael Jackson. It's like,
yeah.
Chris Brown got it from Usher, and I'm pretty sure a lot of it from Michael Jackson too. But he got a lot of it. That was just who the person was right before it.
Yeah.
Neo. People love Neo.
Yeah.
Neo's been writing music forever.
Beyonce.
Neo couldn't dance as dope as Bruno Mars or Breezy.
Yeah. But he tried. It was sufficient.
It was sufficient. It got him where he needs to be.
Yeah.
But Chris Brown had the chance to have the same. I feel like he had the same chance to have the same torch as Bruno Mars. Whether he wanted it or not, I don't know. But he had the same chance to have the same limelight. But he got caught up in some shit.
I don't know, man.
So don't talk about, there was no R&B singers out here that were doing it as big and all that nonsense. Breezy had the chance. They kind of blackballed him after he went through whatever he went through.
Yeah. But with him, it was like a lot of stuff.
It was a lot. Then he started throwing chairs out of the MSNBC thing.
Yeah.
He went through a lot. But I'm just saying, there's a good chance. Look, there's a good chance Chris Brown is more. There's a chance Chris Brown is more talented than Bruno Mars. It's a possibility.
Right.
You have to entertain it, because you gotta entertain it a little bit, because Bruno Mars didn't even. Bruno Mars started coming out with the 24 karat vibe.
Yeah. But he was big before that.
He was big.
Yeah.
But he wasn't 24 karat big.
No.
What was the song right before that he had with with Bronson? It was
Uptown Funk.
Uptown Funk. It was after Uptown Funk came out that he dropped the 24 karat album.
Yeah.
The 24 karat album, and then that's when he kind of blew up, and that's when he started doing all the dances and everything. Because before Uptown Funk, I don't remember seeing Bruno Mars.
He wasn't really dancing. He was just like singing on guitar.
He was singing on guitar. We didn't see him fucking it up.
Yeah.
Chris Brown's been fucking it up
since he was 16, right?
Come on.
He was 16. That's when Run It came out.
Chris Brown's been fucking it up since Run It, bro.
Yeah.
He had tracks with Wayne.
Yeah.
So there's a good chance he might be more. I feel like he might be more talented than Bruno Mars.
Right.
And he had the chance to be. same talent, same dope ass songs, or same catchy songs or whatever word you want to throw on it. He had the chance to be just as big as Bruno Mars, but he got caught up in shit. That's the only difference.
Yeah.
The only difference is Bruno Mars didn't get caught up in nothing. It has nothing to do.
So it's gonna hate him anyway.
You were gonna hate him anyway. What? First of all, you and Bruno Mars is almost the same color. Yo, if Bruno Mars if you know what happened with Bruno Mars, I'll tell you exactly what happened with Bruno Mars, and I'll tell you exactly. Can I give you yo? You know what the issue is? I'll tell you the issue right now. You ready?
Yeah, man.
Are you sure?
I don't know.
Because I'm not saying it might get me in trouble, it might get you in trouble.
Okay.
I'm afraid to say this because I don't know who's out there after me. I'm afraid of the people who might come after me.
Okay.
The type of people. Because I have good energy in my life. I don't have that energy, but I gotta share the good energy I got.
Yeah.
Some black people get upset when someone else has nice hair.
No, that's true.
Once Bruno Mars started growing his hair out too much, all the bitches that don't have no real hair came after Bruno Mars. I said it. They came after Bruno Mars because he had nice hair and they don't. The bitch talking in the video and have no hair, she want to come after Bruno Mars. No one had a problem with Bruno Mars when he didn't have no hair. All of a sudden, Bruno Mars, as far as everyone else was concerned, Bruno Mars was mulatto before he grew his hair. No one even gave a fuck about Bruno Mars.
God.
Once he started growing his hair out, had nice hair, had permeable hair, and started doing a little bit of a moonwalk.
It was wavy.
His hair was wavy. They want to come after him.
Oh my God.
Sorry.
I don't know if that's the reason why.
Listen, I apologize because I feel like we're never going to get anywhere with this channel. I feel like no one's ever going to sponsor us. But listen, I got to speak my truth. This is the reason they came after Bruno Mars.
Yo, he's Spanish. His last name is Hernandez. Oh no, he was born and raised in Honolulu.
Thank you. I told you he was Hawaiian. I know a Hawaiian when I knew he was Hawaiian already. You didn't have to tell me, bro. He looked just like Rikishi.
Oh,
I knew he was Hawaiian.
Oh shit.
Listen, leave Bruno Mars alone. Just because he has nice hair, leave him alone.
Leave him alone.
Once a nigga want to get nice hair, people want to bother him. I'm sorry.
Like honestly, I just feel like at one point that girl was like, something happened where she was looking at him and then she just like she started twitching, and she was like, he's not even black
because he started growing his hair. No one would have known. Nobody would have known. Because like, before, the haircut he had before, it looked a little curly.
Yeah.
But not like straight curly.
Right.
You feel me? Like my hair, like a little nappy, whatever word you want to use.
But I never once in my life ever thought Bruno Mars was black. I never thought he was black.
Whoa, time out. You never thought he was black? Did
No.
you ever think The Rock was black?
Yes.
The Rock is Hawaiian, bro.
The Rock is part black. The Rock is he's some.
The Rock is cousins with Rikishi. They're both from Hawaii.
His name is Dwayne, dude. He's part black.
He's part black. I'm telling you, bro.
He's
Hawaiian.
He's part.
I think he's Samoan.
He's Samoan. He's part Samoan. But I think like his mom and dad still grew up in California. His mom or dad is like black or something,
bro.
But
if Bruno Mars had a dark Caesar, no one would be bothering him today.
But The Rock looks black though.
He looked just like him and Bruno
Rock.
Bruno Mars, they both got the same complexion.
They don't,
bro. They got the same.
But when The Rock was popular, right? He did not. He looked regular black.
I got you right now. When The Rock first started blowing up, when he was called, I think his name was Rocky Mariana or some crazy
Rocky
shit.
Maivia.
Rocky Maivia.
Yeah.
He had a high cut thing.
Yeah.
My man had the same haircut Bruno Mars had.
But he was balding early.
But they still had the same. Yo, you know what it was? This part looked straight, and then right up here, right around 2 to 3 inches, just starts getting frazzly like this.
Yeah.
They both look, to me, they both look like Hawaiian people. I don't know why it's even an issue about where my dude comes from.
Yeah.
Because to me, Finesse is fire. 24 Karat Magic, fire. Uptown Funk, fire.
Yeah.
Calling All My Lovelies, amazing, fire. He makes fire music.
Yeah.
The little I don't want to go too OD, but the one
You just stuck yourself in corner like 7 names.
Yo, I had so many names lined up in the chamber, but I don't want to like.
Yo, you jammed on all of them.
I feel like I'm. Yo, you don't understand what was about to come out.
Nah, I heard each one.
You know when Scorpion, you know when Scorpion has his finishing move and he takes the mask off and just flame. That's what I was about to do, but I'm not gonna do it because I really feel like you and me both want to do a channel, but we also want the channel to be able to be listenable.
Right.
You know what I mean? And we want, people to really want to listen without me just cursing all the time. So I'm chilling out. But this hater, that's the word I'm going to use.
Yeah, hater.
This hater, she got tight because once Bruno Mars started, if I was Bruno Mars' advisor, I know I speak over my words a lot. If I was Bruno Mars' advisor, once I saw his hair was getting too long to listen, I'm going to explain to you what's about to happen now. Because I'm looking at your hair. And I see what's going on. I see what you're trying. I see what's going on. You want to be yourself, but let me explain something about being yourself. Yeah. The hair is. I see it's going right past 3 inches and 3 to 4 inches.
It's shining.
It's shining. I'm feeling it, bro. Yo,
it's shining, man. It's too shiny.
It's looking fire right now, bro. But here's what's about to happen.
Yeah.
Let me explain to you who's about to come after you right now. Because there's some people on this planet. It's only one group of people on this planet who ever have an issue with someone's hair. We all know this.
Yeah, the ABWs.
You want to talk about SJWs? ABWs are more frightening to me than any other W on this planet.
Yeah. ABWs, man, they don't stop.
They don't stop.
They don't stop, and they hate everybody. They really hate everybody.
I know this might upset a lot of people. I know what I'm about to say is really gonna upset a lot of people. I don't know who's listening. You feel me? I don't know who's gonna come across this video.
Right.
People that these are people I love. People I look up to.
Yeah.
You think it's a coincidence? Let me ask you a question, a real question. You think it's a coincidence? The first issue Beyonce had with who Jay-Z cheated on her with was Becky with the good hair?
Yeah.
You think that's a coincidence?
It's not. And that kind of fanned the flame.
You don't think that fanned the flame to
that was ridiculous. That was ridiculous but it was really funny when they called Rachel Dolezal
Yo, the first thing some black people want to do, some of them, not all of them, first thing some black people want to do when they get upset, first thing they have an issue with somebody is their hair.
Yeah.
Of all the talks about how people don't like about Rachel Dolezal, you know what the main thing I heard when people was upset with her? Why is she wearing her hair like that? Of all the crimes, I don't want to say crimes, but of all the things this lady's been committed of doing, accused of no one. I'm sure people were upset with the fact that she was head of the NAACP. Yeah. But I heard the argument against her hair more than I heard the argument against her being head of the NAACP or whatever you call it, and she's not black.
But how do you guys even let her get to that spot? I guess they just thought she was light skinned.
Well, they thought she was light skinned. What they told her and what she told them was that she was adopted.
But she still looked white. She had blue eyes.
But that's the problem.
Oh, I guess some black people have blue eyes. What's up, Big Metri? How you doing?
What's going on? I'll tell you what the problem is. We're in this culture where no one wants to ask questions anymore. Except for my fearless reporter who came through and said, my man came out with a picture. He might have been holding that picture for 15 years. The picture was crumpled up. Is that your dad right there? She want to try to take the route like she's proud of the picture. Yeah, that's him. That's my dad. He's like, good bitch. Your pops is white. Why are you lying?
He white. He white. He full white. That's John.
John Smith, straight up from Pocahontas.
Yeah.
Come on, man. Look, I'm not trying to. I know I'm going off and being a jerk, and I know that people will see this video one day, and they're gonna be like, "I remember the hateful remarks he made."
Yeah.
Trust me.
We should have known.
These remarks are not hateful. These remarks are just patterns that I see in society.
Well, here's the thing. It's like it's not really hateful. We're just calling out.
I'm just
y'all.
reporting.
We're calling out y'all hating.
Look at me as somewhat of a reporter. I'm really just reporting on what I see.
Yeah.
I'm just reporting on what I see. That's it. If it wasn't such an issue, that wouldn't be Beyonce's first line of defense.
Yeah.
Think about that. Her first line of defense
Why
was
would you give them ammo like that? Like you just. It's not even necessary. It don't matter who it is.
I got you right now. I'm sorry to be pointing at people's faces. I got you right now.
Before this Big Metro, we're good, man. We're just chilling. We're just talking some shit about.
Big Metro, I got you.
You're about to hear what we're talking shit about.
I went to a strip club once. This is how deep this shit is, bro.
Okay.
Strip club. Chilling. Alone. Chilling. Had a hard day at work. I just want to chill out. Take a walk. I'm chilling. I'm sitting down. Couple strippers come by. When a man goes to a strip club, he goes to a strip club to forget about his problems. To just look at a bunch. This is really what it is. When you go to a strip club, to look at a bunch of naked women. That's what you do.
Right.
And you might get a drink or two. Call it a night. I go there to chill. Couple of women come past. The best thing about strip club is you choose who you want to give you a lap dance.
Right.
You're not conned into it. If you want to look at the strip club game as a con to men, fine, you can.
Yeah.
But when you go there, you choose who you want to dance on you. I'm sitting there chilling. Whole bunch of women come past. I'm like, nah, no. Huge Romanian, nah, I'm good. Short, blonde, white girl, nah, I'm good.
Right.
Spanish girl, nah, I'm good. I was looking for. I didn't even know what I actually wanted. I was just enjoying myself. It's not like I was choosing because.
Yeah.
Here comes a black girl. She comes in. I'm like, nah, I'm good. You don't want to dance. I know what you want. You want all these other little funky white bitches in here. I was like,
wow.
What's that shit Super Mario used to say? Mamma Mia.
Wow, Mamma Mia.
Yo, I'm just sitting there like.
But everyone else was just like, okay.
Everyone else? Oh, okay, whatever.
Yeah.
There's dudes in here who have way more money than I got.
Yeah.
I was only intending on spending $20.
Right.
That's all I had. I didn't have no bread. Bro, I had my money for my drinks and maybe a lap dance. Then I'll go home. Chill out. You only want to. I know why you don't want a dance, because you want all these other little funky white bitches, right?
Wrong.
I looked at it, I was like, that's not the. First of all, I have no. This is when I was talking about people stealing your time. Okay?
Yeah.
I was in a sunken place at that time and I didn't know what to say. Yeah. You know what I said? I said, no. I said, no. It's not that. I don't know. I didn't even remember what I said. I was like, no,
Yeah, you just trying to defend yourself.
I just started to defend myself.
Yeah.
Just know that this is what you're dealing with. That's the first line of defense. Next time, if some shit like that ever happens, I encourage every man, whoever comes across this video, next time a bitch says some shit like this, you just say, yeah, because you know what? They don't have attitudes. Get the fuck out of here.
Oh, shit.
I'm sorry to go hard like this tonight. I don't know what happened.
I think that's solid advice.
Bro.
That's real good advice.
We're never going to get anywhere with this channel, and I apologize. I really do.
It works.
No. I apologize because I feel like I come across very difficult sometimes, but these are the things that happen. These things I notice.
Right.
The first line of defense is always.
That's got to be our first line of defense now. It's just like, well, yeah, bitch, because I want attitude.
I came here to enjoy myself.
Yeah.
Leave it up to the one. What is it? ABW that comes up and want to start a problem. This honestly, what I should have asked is what I should have said. I want to speak to your manager. I should have handled
this display is unacceptable.
I want to speak to your manager.
Yeah.
For me, because you made me feel uncomfortable by playing the race game. In here, and your customer service. I want to speak to your manager because that's what they are. Yeah. It's straight up customer service. I want to speak to your manager. It's either that or get the fuck out of here because you have attitude, and that's why I'd rather deal with somebody else. Right.
Bro.
Disgusting.
That's insane.
Goes back to the conversation we had last time. Leave them alone. Once they start giving you trouble, that's the energy you're on. Okay, thank you.
I'm not on that energy, so
thank you.
I'm out.
Don't even reply to them because it's literally like it's treating bad behavior.
So I think I do have a small story, like that, and this is also another person that's like, this is someone who once told me, they didn't get a job because of discrimination.
They told you they didn't get a job because of discrimination?
Yeah. I said, well, how do you know that? They said, well, I don't know. They just offered me the job before, and then once I showed up, they said they didn't want to give me the job. So I just felt like they were discriminating. That was their only evidence.
But there's no background.
There's no anything. There's no anything to it. So that's just the type of person this is, right? So this person, they needed help with proofreading some essay for something, right? I'm like, sure, no problem. I got you. I'll help you out. So I did all that for them. I spent the week helping them with it, right? Not in person or nothing, but just like, I'm definitely taking time out of my day to help you, right? So when they see me, I'm like, oh, thank you. Appreciate it. Give me a hug up, everything. That's nice to me all day. At the end of the day, they're like, yo, can I get a ride home? And I'm like, nah, you can't.
Mm-hmm. Is this the thing that you were talking about the other day?
Nah, that was part one. Part two was someone else.
Okay.
I had to do it twice in one day, and
no problem.
So I felt really good by the end of that day. So they're like, yeah, can I get a ride home? I'm like, nah, I can't do it. Because time saver number one is already asking me to take them somewhere else. I'm like, nah, I can't do it. And I said no because I'm thinking in my head, if I say yes today, I'm going to be saying yes every day. Because that's what you want.
How it happens. That's how bullying starts.
Yeah. So I'm like, nah, I can't do it. They're like, wow, you really gonna do me like that? I'm like, I mean, I'm not doing you like anything. Yeah. I'm just saying no. Like, wow, okay. They're talking for the rest of the day. While they're doing whatever they have to do before they go home, they're slamming everything like they're doing. I was just like, I guess that's how it is. I'll see y'all later. I'll see y'all next week. That's it. That's it. I ain't paid no mind.
Let me explain something to you. There's no one else on this planet who's gonna do that to you. That is not. They're not.
I don't think so.
There's no other planet. There's no other person on this fucking planet. Yeah. Who's gonna take like that. And then when you finally say no, they react that way. Now don't get me wrong. In certain circumstances, yes, but the exact scenario that you're talking about, no one else is gonna do that. Because everyone else understands you're doing them a service. You have done them a service before. And there's no obligation for you to do the service. Because I'm not your boyfriend.
Hell, not a boyfriend.
I'm not your brother. I'm not your dad.
Yeah.
I'm none of these three prominent male figures in your life. Yeah. Therefore, I don't have to give you a ride home. Let me explain something, bro. I remember one day I was at work. This is when I started to understand that I can't give people energy, time, or money, any of this. I took all my resources, I took them away. This is when I started to learn my resources belong to me, and how I want to use them is how I'm going to use them. So I'm at work. This girl, it was two of them. One of them was the friend. One of them, I guess it was known that we kind of talk, or maybe we like each other, something like that. We kind of talk. We're just getting like lunch. It's So she's getting her lunch, right? Her friend is there. She's getting her lunch. Her friend pulls out her money to pay for the lunch.
Okay.
Right? The one that everyone thinks that I'm talking with?
Yeah.
She pulls money out to pay for her lunch. Her friend puts her hand on her hand and like makes her put her money away. She's like, why don't you pay for it? Now, I took it as a joke. I took it as a joke. Not only that, I took it as a joke, but while I took it as a joke, I also understood that there are wolves in the world. There's animals in the world that are predators. So I took it as a joke, and I understood that these are potential predators. Okay, I could be a sheep in this area. I don't know. I don't fucking know. She said, "Why don't you pay for it?" I said, "Pay for what?" You're the man. Why don't you pay for the? I was like, men are supposed to pay for everything, so I'm still keep giving it as a joke. Yeah. Because she, it's your money. That's what guys do. I'm like, yeah, guys do that. If that's their girlfriend or they're giving him ass.
Yeah.
That's the trait.
What's so hard to understand?
Oh, why'd you have to take? I see how you are. I'm like, you see how I am? What? Because I don't want to just give her stuff. Yeah. Just for the sake of giving her stuff. Right. That's never gotten me anywhere before. Right. What's the difference now? Why? Because you're putting pressure on my back? I don't succumb to that type of pressure anymore. I took my resources back. Right. If anyone ever comes across this video, don't let them do that. No. Don't let them do that because it's you don't know what's a joke. Yeah. It's a joke until you're doing it every day.
Yeah, the first time it's a joke. First time it's a test.
It's a test. It's not a joke. That's what a joke is to me.
Yeah. Is this gonna work? If it don't fly, you failed the test. If it fly, it passed. You can do another joke.
You know why I knew it wasn't a joke? Because the bitch ain't funny. True. Anyone who says, "Oh, I'm just joking," and they're not funny, don't take it as a joke. Yeah. Because they're not funny. They ain't never been funny. Right. And this goes for any dude who's in a scenario where a girl thinks she's hilarious and she's not, and she's wasting your time. You guys went on a date. You're not understanding where this is going. She's not explaining herself. Leave her. Don't give her a ride home. Let her take the Uber back. Yeah. Let her take an Uber back.
You might have to violate a little bit.
It's not even violating. Look.
Oh well, if it's an Uber back, it's not.
Let me explain something.
I was just reading a story of like some guy. Before you get to the story, because this is pretty in there. Mm-hmm. So a guy went on a Tinder date, and
I think I read this one.
Maybe he was on a Tinder date, and he drove around with this girl, and they went to a park or something like that. It's like to walk around the park, and I think he like went to the bathroom or something. And when he came back, she was talking to another guy, like flirting with him. It was apparently someone that she had known before. Mm-hmm. So the other guy asked his date for her number. Okay. And she gave it to him. She was like, "Yeah, I can't wait," or whatever. So the guy on the Tinder date did not like that at all. Right. So rightfully so. So he was like, "All right, I have to go do something. I think I just got to go to the bathroom," and he just left. He left her in the park.
That's the best thing he could have done.
He left in the park.
The only thing that would have been better is he went back up to her and said, "Listen, I don't know why you wasting my time tonight. Yeah. But don't do, as a human being, don't do that to somebody else." Yeah. On that note, good night, man.
Good luck getting home.
Good luck getting home. Whatever.
Holy shit, man.
I'll say this.
That was so good.
I'll say this. Yeah. Any female that I've ever dealt with that wasn't worth my time, I want you to don't thank me for the time you stole. Don't thank me for the time you stole. Thank my parents, because my parents raised me to be really nice. Yeah. They raised us to be really nice. And to not hurt people's feelings. Without the other half of it, that other people will be looking to steal from you. Yeah. So it took a while for me to realize this. It took a while. I'm not. Look,
And
it's part of life.
And the thing is, like, if someone were to stop me in my tracks from doing something like that, I accept it. You know, like, I'm just like, all
You don't
right,
have a choice.
cool. Yeah. You know, so it's not really fair that you or someone else would feel like you can't speak up because you think that person's gonna hate you, or you think that person's gonna feel any type of way, or you're afraid of confrontation. It's not fair.
It's a small price. It's a small price for freedom. Okay. Freedom doesn't belong to anyone. You earn it.
Right.
You have to earn it. That's just how it is. I wish it wasn't that way. In my perfect world, it's not that way. Everyone's nice to each other, and everyone understands if I'm giving you something, you give me something. That's just how life is.
Yeah.
In the big picture, that's how it is.
Yeah. Sometimes I'll even give something without you asking, or without me wanting anything in return.
Yeah, I might just
But
be nice.
Understand that that's a choice.
It's a choice.
It's a choice. Understand that.
Every single person's freedom on this planet, you have to earn it. And whether it be on a tiny scale, like what we're talking about, on a major large scale, or maybe you're in a really terrible country, you live under a dictator or something like that, I don't know.
Yeah.
But you have to earn your freedom. It sucks. When you're in this zone, or you're in this weird place with a female, and shit's not making sense, but she's getting everything out of this exchange and you're not getting anything. You have two options. If your main goal was, look, I wanted ass, and when is that gonna happen?
Right.
You could say that, or you could say, you know what? I'm not sure if you know why I got into this, but doesn't seem to be a fair exchange. I don't think I want to talk to you like this anymore.
Yeah.
This isn't working the way I thought it was gonna work. That's only, but truthfully, that second part, that's really only after you've made yourself clear. Because, in all honesty, you can't just go around being like, I'm not fucking talking to you no more. And the person has no idea why. You know what I mean? To a certain extent, you do have to be honest and say, look, maybe you're smooth. If you're smooth and you're not saying fine. If you're not, and you say, look, I wanted to ask, and I don't know what's going on, but it's about the second.
It's late.
It's getting late. It's about the third date or whatever this is.
Yeah.
I don't know. Honestly, you're really not that funny to talk to.
Right.
I'm not getting anything out of this.
I think that a lot.
The only other thing that's left of this, can I have ass?
Yeah.
And if it's the answer,
Spare coochie, any spare coochie?
if the answer is no, then fine.
Yeah.
But I don't want to. But don't think I went on this journey to be your friend necessarily.
Right.
If you went on that journey for that, good.
Yeah.
Great.
But you wouldn't understand what we're saying, man. You wouldn't understand what it wouldn't apply to you.
It wouldn't apply to you. If that was your goal, right, from the jump to be this person's friend, then fine. That's fine.
Yeah.
And if your outlook on it is if something happens and something happens, good. But if not, if that was like the basis of you talking to the person the whole time in the beginning, and that's not what's going on after date number 3,
What's the problem?
I would say to end it.
Yeah.
I would say to cut your losses. You've already invested a certain amount of money into that stock. The stock has proved to not be worth what you put in. You already lost. You put $20 in.
Yeah, you gotta cut your losses.
At this point, you're looking at your expenses. What you're getting back is $9. You just sell the stock. Let it go.
Yeah.
Put it back on the market. Let it go.
Yeah. Try again.
Try again with another stock.
Yeah. It might hit.
It might hit.
Shit might hit, man.
You know, you bought cheese. Maybe cheese isn't your stock. Maybe go buy gas.
Yeah. It's simple. It's all simple. And I know people wouldn't want to go through the awkwardness of it, but you got to do it.
Look, I know people don't want to go through the awkwardness of it. I get it. It is uncomfortable, but trust me, although the discomfort is nowhere near as bad as self-loathing,
Right.
or feeling like you're like something is off. That feeling like something is off, where you feel like the exchange isn't right. Discomfort is so tiny in that pond versus you feeling like some bitch is taking advantage of you.
Yeah, it's way worse.
Way worse.
Terrible feeling. Terrible. Cause that awkward feeling, it does not last long at all.
It don't last long.
But when you have to have that 2 or 3 hour conversation with them, and you gotta fake laugh the whole time, and you gotta pretend like you care about what happened at home with them, and
shit is crushing your soul.
It's bad.
It's crushing your soul.
Bad, man.
You're sitting there, you're fake laughing, your face is starting to hurt.
Yeah, over here it'll hurt.
Over here it's hurting because it's not, and it's a weird hurt. It's not the same hurt as if someone's legitimately funny.
Yeah, it's like painful. It's like don't fake laugh again.
It's like it's like doing push-ups just over and over and over again, but for your face.
Yeah.
Because this person is sitting there giving off energy that you don't care about. Let that shit go. That's my best. I'm telling everyone right now. I was there. And it's not even just, it's happened to me not even with just like a romantic type interest. It's happened with like workers too.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's happened with workers.
Yeah.
All I can say is it happens more females than it does dudes, I guess.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I had a manager who did that. Well, she was a female manager, but I had a manager who did that. Come into work and just steal my time. Now, I didn't mind it because guess what? She's the manager and I'm the worker. So it means I'm not working.
Right. Yeah.
But let me tell you how bad it is. At one point, I was just like, I want to go back to work. This conversation is so bad. I want to just go back. I know I'm not doing physical work and it should be easier, but it's more mentally straining to listen to your garbage.
Yeah. I want to turn my brain off for a second and work.
Bro, understand my typical day in that particular specific job meant carrying and lugging around 40-pound bags of food.
Yeah.
For like a good 7-8 hours with a break in between. Lifting up heavy ass shelves, redistributing the shelves or whatever. It was hard as annoying ass job. Just stock.
Yeah.
Just working with your hands. After a while, I was just like, I don't want to hear no more of your conversation, even though you're saving me from doing work. I just want to go back out there. Like at one point,
let me out.
I was like, I just want to go back out there.
But like, no joke, it legit feels like you're being held hostage.
It feels like a hostage situation.
Yeah, you really, cause like you're just like, yo, there's no way in hell you actually think I'm interested in what you're saying. You're doing this to me. You're
hurting me.
You're doing it on purpose.
That's what it starts to feel like.
It really feels like that. It's just,
if there's no seats around, your legs are burning.
No.
If there's no seats around, your legs are burning. Because understand, a female doesn't care what you have going on. Their conversation is more important for some reason. I don't know why.
Yeah.
A conversation, I've never dealt with a conversation like that with my friends necessarily. It's always just seems to have been, or with you, obviously. It just always just seems to be, we're just talking.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to steal anything from you.
We're just talking.
It's just talking. I'm even likely, if I feel like that's going on in a conversation, I'm even likely to stop talking.
Yo, sometimes I don't even realize it. Sometimes.
You know, like,
but it's nothing personal. It's just like, there's nothing personal.
Listen, that happens to look, talking for a long time happens to everybody. Yeah. Everyone can get caught up in the conversation of just talking. Yeah. I'm very likely, if I feel like I'm talking too long, to just stop and let the other person talk. Because it's not an exchange anymore, it's just me talking.
Yeah. It's not comfortable.
It's not comfortable.
It's not. That's just how I don't get how other people
they don't see it.
I don't understand. If I'm in a conversation and unless the person is like asking me to like explain something to them, or like they're asking me for like a really long story, like that they know is like like they're prepared for it to be long, even then I still try to keep it short. It just feels awkward talking about myself for like a very, very long time.
I don't think coming from the other side, like I know what the cue is that I do. You know what I mean? I'll have to stop talking. Sometimes I'll even be as considerate to say, "Do you have somewhere to be?" I'll even say that sometimes. I'll look at my phone. You got somewhere to go? I've been talking for a while. I don't want to keep you up. I don't want to jam you up. You got somewhere to go? I've never heard that on the other end.
No. I've heard it one time. Cause wow, there's just a repeat offender. There's just a repeat offender, and they'll be like, "Sorry, man, I know I'm taking up some of your time," and then they'll go on like another 30-minute rant, and it's just like, "Yo, you just told me."
But you don't care.
You just told me you're sorry for taking up the time.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry for taking your time, but I'm sorry for taking your time, but I'm gonna take it anyway.
And you're gonna do it again? You're gonna do it again the next time?
They've already planned it the whole week. You know what? It gets to the point where they're not even planning it. It's just habit at that point.
Yeah, I noticed that. It's
just habit. No different from like an animal knowing where to find their food every day.
Yeah.
Like, oh, every time I go past this tree, I'm gonna get my mango.
Yo, I'm starting to get mad.
Every time I go past this dude,
I'm starting to get pissed off. I'm starting to get mad, bro.
Let me just get my time real quick before I go about my business. When I moved, the first time I moved, went to like a work party. To a work party, and the girl who with the story before, she didn't say it. Someone else said it. But I don't. This once again, these are wolves. I don't know who's who.
Yeah.
Her friend's gonna say, "Dion, you just moved, right?" I'm like, "Yeah." Well, you know she's going through some going through some trouble. Why don't you guys just
what?
split the rent, because she's not gonna be an issue, and so now it's going past stealing time. Now we're just gonna straight up
steal space.
Bogart space.
You want to steal space too? You want to steal time and space?
Do you know that animals fight over space?
That's a real thing.
That's a real thing.
If you just try to go into you just told us the other day about the chimp. I just tried to walk into someone else's space.
You cannot just listen, man. Space animals legit fight over territory. That's what it is. They fight over territory.
Oh my god.
She straight up was like, "Why don't you guys just go ahead? Just
what is that movement?
Go ahead and just move."
Ooh, that move is actually so.
This is my stuff being moved to the side while her
stuff is being moved in. That is unbelievable.
True story. True story. I hope to share the story again at some point in time, just so that, because I want to save people who are going through that.
Yeah. Because
no one deserves to go through that.
Yeah.
Nobody deserves to go through that, because all in all, it really creates the cycle of men not being shit. Some of that, I would say 80. I would say 90. I would say 98.
Cause I don't understand.
I'm being biased, but
yo, you're like, as a female, you go up to a guy and you're like, "Yo, hold this elephant." He can't hold the elephant. Men are weak.
That's what they're doing.
What the hell are you guys doing?
They've already made their choices that led to that elephant. They've realized, oh shit, this elephant is heavy. I need help. I gotta figure something out. I need help.
And you're not helping me hold the elephant.
Well, they can't help you hold the elephant. They've held the elephant for way too long. So let me just pass it off to you. I'll give you. I'll. You know what I'll do? I kind of like hold the trunk up or something. Maybe the tail. Make sure you don't trip.
No. I'm gonna get on top of the elephant
and be out.
No, she's gonna get on top of the elephant. Make sure the elephant don't go nowhere.
Yeah, that's exactly. That's a better one.
Yeah.
I want to help. I really do want to help people because that creates that cycle.
Jesus Christ.
Because you know what's gonna happen? You're gonna get a dude who went through that, and now he's just like, I have no more time for you. I have no more time. I don't have any more time because a chick just like you last week was trying to steal my time. Now you damn near look just like her. You move the same way. You guys talk the same way. You got the same jokes.
You got the same playlist.
And a lot of dudes end up doing that. They go right. Like, that's where I feel like that's where a lot of females get this. They're like, is that all guys want? Is all that guys want just ass? That's not all I want. It's not all I want.
Right.
But so far, you really haven't put anything better on the table.
Right.
Sorry to be a jerk.
And this is what was offered to me. This is what you offered. This is what you offered to me. So why are we playing games?
You came through with you came in, right? Or whichever way you want to put it. I come in, you come in, whatever. You came in. We're having a conversation. All the stuff that you're saying was never really important or never funny or whatever the case is.
Yeah.
Now the guys, we're to blame too, because we fake laughed. That's the problem.
Right.
The be nice thing.
Or we asked more questions.
You enabled it.
Yeah.
We enabled it. Don't ask any more questions if you really don't want to know. I made the mistake of asking one too many questions in life.
Yeah, man.
Depending on who it is. I made that mistake. I was like, you know what a man's worst enemy is? You know what word in the English language might be a man's worst enemy? I think it's a 5-letter word or 6-letter word. Really? Now that you could substitute that word with anything.
It's the intent.
But it's the intent.
It's the intent.
The intent of really will destroy you as a man.
The thing is, if you're not interested, do not follow up. Do not follow up.
If
bro.
you don't really want to know, it sounds like common sense, but a lot of times common sense gets edited too much. Like it just gets edited. Like you like your feelings get involved, and you end up editing your common sense. If you're not really interested, don't say the word really.
Yeah.
Or don't say the word with a question mark. Word. Yeah. Don't say anything.
Don't say why.
Don't even say. Don't say why.
Don't say it, man.
Honestly, I don't even mind why. Because why lets me know where this needs to go.
What do you mean?
Let's say the scenario. I'll give you the scenario right now. Last night, my boyfriend punched me in the head. Why?
All right.
Now, if you give me some nonsense like you don't know, then I know I need to not talk to you no more. Cause he's not gonna. I refuse to believe he's just gonna walk out and punch me in the head.
Yeah. You gotta give a reason.
If you say, "Why did I got in his face?" Maybe the conversation might be able to go further. Yeah. We might be able to build something here because it tells me you're willing. You might be, and it's still a big might. You might be willing to hear what I have to say about it. It's still a maybe. But it lets me know whether you're full of shit or not. Right. My boyfriend put an iron to my elbow yesterday. Why? I don't know. He just said he was mad. I'll talk to you another time. Yeah. I'm sorry to hear about that. I'm sorry to hear about that. That sounds really bad. You should call the police next time. Yeah. You know, I really hope you get out of the situation. See you later. My boyfriend burned my elbow yesterday. Why did he do that? Because I hit him with a broomstick.
Y'all crazy. What's going on?
I might hit you up with another why.
Alright, why did you do that?
I might hit you up with another why. The conversation's moving. Right. We're moving somewhere. Why'd you hit him with a broomstick? Yeah. Because I found some stuff in his phone.
Damn.
Look, violence is never the answer.
Yeah.
You feel me? We might get somewhere. Maybe you want help. I don't know. But look, if you're not really interested, get out of there. Get out.
Get out. Get out. Get out.
You're gonna save yourself so much effort, so much time. You're gonna save yourself so much headache.
And a key word is like not interested, right? So it's like if you don't even want to be their friend, right? Like, and it's not a bad thing. You just don't need another friend. Sometimes you just don't need another friend.
Sometimes you really don't.
You know, you just don't be like you got enough friends already. So you probably don't need another friend.
Let's think about how much time it takes to really maintain your friends. And so when I say that, I mean like, you know, if everyone wants to go out, you show up.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Even if you don't really want to show up. If that's your friend and you know, say, yo, you know, I want to go drink or something. You know, I just need to get away from the house or whatever.
Yeah.
That's maintaining a friendship.
Right.
You know what I mean? Realistically look at it. If you don't have time to maintain all your friends and be able to do that for all your friends,
yeah,
here comes somebody else. You don't really have an interest in them,
and they're already taken up.
They're already taking up your time, even though you didn't sign up for it.
Yeah,
you need to get the fuck out of there,
man. You gotta be quick too.
You gotta be quick.
You gotta be quick. You gotta rip the Band-Aid off.
There's two ways to go about it. I've seen both ways, really. I've seen both ways. You can literally be the guy who's just like, I don't care.
Oh my God.
I've seen guys do it. I'm not like that. I'm
Yeah.
very honest with you. I never really been I don't care guy. I never been.
Yeah, that's very abrasive, yo.
I just never been that. You know? I don't know people. My family's not like that. So you know, I'm just not really like that.
Yeah.
I've seen it and it seems to work.
Right.
I'm more of the type, at this point, I'm more the type like, look, this isn't what you have going on right now. Because those are like the last words I remember saying to that type of person. I was like, yo, what you have going on in your life right now, there's no space for it in mine.
Yeah.
I know, you know, you could still hit me up. And we could have like small chit chat.
We could say hi and bye.
But whatever the stuff, you have a lot going on.
Yeah.
I love my freedom. And those are literally the words I said. It's not gonna work.
Yo, cause they gotta realize like you, and I don't know, cause I don't do it, so I don't know how you don't feel bad. You know, or like the one, everybody gets one.
One what?
Right? Everybody gets one time. Everyone gets one time consumption coupon.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Right? Because I want to be nice the first time. You know, I want to be nice the first time. I don't want to be mean or nothing like that. I'm not trying to just say, yo, I don't care right off the bat before I even really know you.
Right.
You know, maybe you don't want to do this every time. Maybe you're just having a bad day and you just need someone to listen.
Right.
Right? So everybody gets one. But I don't understand how you could, after you get that one, you acknowledge that you took up a lot of the time. You say it out loud.
Oh, I'm sorry to take your time.
Yeah, you say it out loud. I'm sorry I took your time. I've just been rambling. I had a rough day. And then you just do it again.
See this. Could you imagine if you went to imagine if you went to a store. You pick up, you know it's not yours. You pick up a shirt. You look at the cashier, says, sorry to take your shirt, but I gotta do it anyway. And you just walk out the store.
You put it on, I need a shirt.
That's a crime.
Stuff.
That's theft. I don't know why it's any different when it comes to someone's resources such as time.
Yeah.
I just, it baffles me. I don't know. And I would want every person who ever comes across the channel, please understand, your time is valuable. Your time is valuable. You can do what you want to do with it. Don't let the dangling promise of ass get in the way of your time. understand that. I know people are gonna be like, bro, I don't know. I know
there's a lot of ass, man.
there's a lot of ass.
There's a ton.
There's a lot of ass, and there's a lot of people who know. Not there's a lot.
Oh
of people
yeah. Oh yeah.
That they're in it for the same thing.
Yeah.
Let me put it that way. They're in it for the same thing.
Oh yeah.
They're not there to waste your time. They don't want to waste their time. That's what they're in it for.
And even if you're going to quote waste time, you would rather do it with that person because you're more likely to get along with that person anyway.
Choose who you're giving your time to, man.
Exactly.
That's your best bet. That's your only bet. If you want to stay alive, if you want to stay mentally alive, you don't want to be brain dead for a good 3-4 hours a day listening to someone.
Yo, you don't get that time. Yo,
You don't get.
I just want to go on to the second story because I feel like,
could have been home.
That's exactly what I'm about to get into because it felt triumphant. It felt like a victory. So the second person, this is a good friend of mine though. This is a good friend of mine. And I'm just like, this is a person that knows, like, I like to go home after
On
work.
time.
Yeah, I like to go home on time after work, right? They're a repeat offender. So I dropped them home because they're like on the way. So, as we pull up, I hear the spiel coming. I hear it.
In the car?
Yeah, in the
Like
car.
you're not gonna be able to drive off because the spiel's coming?
No. Yeah, exactly. Like before you, like let's say I'm in the car, right, and then this is where the stop is to drop them off. This is the stop, right? I'm in the car. The spiel starts over here, so that by the time I'm ready to park, the spiel has already gone on. The spiel it's already started.
That was a planned attack.
It was right, and I was like, word.
That was a planned attack.
Well, okay. It went on maybe 4 minutes. By the grace of God, God wanted me to do it, right? The universe wanted me to do it.
Okay.
There's a car behind me. The car starts honking. So everything broke. Everything broke, right? We both turn around. What happened? All right? I'm cheesing. What happened? What's going on? You need me to move? What? Right, so I move up, and then he goes, but he leaves the space open so that I can move back in.
Okay.
And they start the spiel again. I'm like, hey, man, I gotta go. So, let me see the next time.
Real.
It's been nice.
You know what's good about that? That could work for anyone.
Yeah.
In fact, I truly feel like the quieter you say it, the less harsh it is.
Yeah.
I
I gotta go, man. Sorry. Yeah, so I'm taking time. You're good.
Don't worry about it.
You're good.
I have 5 minutes to spare.
It's alright. You're good.
But that's all I have to spare.
Yeah.
I used to, when I started learning to get the fuck away from these people, I had to train myself into doing it. So the way I trained myself into doing it, I looked at I would set a timer. Once you get to listen, I noticed I started to cut it down because I'm too nice of a guy.
Yeah.
I am Mr. Nice Guy. I really am. It started at, I used to use a lunch break. I was like, look, I'm not going to, it's my lunch break.
I'm not going anywhere.
I'm not going usually I just work through my lunch break anyway. I'm not going anywhere. I'm just going to sit here anyway. I used to use my lunch break. Once my lunch break is over, your time is over. That's how I used to do it.
Right. I already know this was going. Because I started out like this for my lunch break. I started out
with the lunch break. Then I was like, you know what? I am kind of hungry though.
Yeah.
You have 15 minutes because it's going to take me 15 minutes to eat.
Yeah.
You have 15 minutes. I started bringing that down. I kept cutting the time down.
Because it's my break.
I kept cutting it down until we got to 5 minutes. Right?
Yeah.
Once it hit 5 minutes, I just straight up started cutting people off in the middle of you beginning. Once man, you know, he's giving me problems again. I'm like, oh man, look, hold on to that story because I'm coming right back. Hold on to that story. I'm coming right back. I'm gonna get something to eat real quick. I'm coming right back. It was to the point. It sounds fucked up. It was to the point where they were waiting there for like 3 hours.
Oh man.
That's when I learned. All right, listen, you can't do that. That's when I learned I have to just be like, look, I can't take part in this anymore.
Yeah.
I cannot take part in this anymore because it's not working for anybody.
Yeah.
I'm not getting anything out of it. Now you're wasting your time, even though that shouldn't matter because you have so much in mind.
You're an adult, so you should have been like, all right, he's not coming. Not that.
Well, that's what you should have.
Yeah, you should have been like, all right, well, let me go do something else, and I'll just tell him I'll catch up with him later. That's what you really should have done.
Done deal. People, please understand that your time is valuable.
It's valuable.
You're a valuable person.
And we're saying that to mean do what you want to do with your time.
Yeah.
Enjoy your time.
Enjoy your time.
You know.
Yo. I'm sorry, continue.
No, that's it. I was done.
I remember one time she wanted time again. However, there was someone else who wanted time. She came in looking for time and the other person was in there looking for time too. She wanted the time more.
Oh, so she started.
She just stayed there.
She didn't say anything?
They didn't say anything. It was look. If things were,
I've had someone bark at another person
for
time.
time.
Yeah.
Oh, I've heard that too. I don't care for it because it's really a lot. I don't know. I don't want to be in all of that. But here's what she did. She stayed there and waited until it was just dead silent because she knew at that point I was done giving my time to her. So she was just like, yeah, you know, it's a long day. I was like, yeah, long day.
Oh my god.
I was like, it's a long day. And the other one, she you know what she did? Bro, she backed up. This is what she did. To this day, it was one of the most amazing things I've ever seen in my life. She backed up. She just backed up and just waited until I was just like, yep, it's a long day. Another 30 seconds go by, she's like, well, I don't know. I guess you're busy, so I don't know. I guess I'll come back. I was like, I don't know. I'm probably going to be gone by the time you come back.
Yeah.
I'm probably not going to be here.
What's up?
That's why even make it this uncomfortable?
Right. What's up, Walkthrough and Zark? How you guys doing?
Why even make it that uncomfortable?
Cause she wanted you to say no, it's okay.
She wanted me to dismiss the other girl. She wanted me to dismiss the other girl so that she could have time again.
Right. Which yeah.
Other girl was fire.
Right.
Bro, Dominican.
Right.
Slim.
Yeah.
Fire. That's the equation right there.
Right.
First of all, I only really had one choice. I wasn't about to pass up straight fire for whatever Humpty Dumpty.
Yeah.
You feel me?
Thanks for the host walkthrough. And what's up, C. Gilly? How's it going?
I wasn't about to let straight Dominican fire just walk away just because I want to give time to.
Right, because you want to be a nice person.
Because I want to be a nice person.
Yeah.
If you're not fucking around with, if you really don't find somebody interesting, especially a female, if you don't find her interesting, don't encourage her nonsense conversation because you think you're gonna get asked.
Yeah.
It's not going nowhere. It is not going anywhere. It's just gonna lead to you being annoyed with females, and it's gonna fuck up your game for the next female that you might really want to talk to.
Right, and you know that like a part of you will tell you that it's not going nowhere, right? But you're just like holding on, hoping and wishing.
It's intuition. Your intuition is telling you, yo, she's not gonna give you ass, right? And it's weird because it's almost like if she feels it too, then she's just gonna continue to take your time.
Right.
Let you take her out on a date. Listen, that date shit. I'm telling you now, if you get to that third date, first of all, let me be clear. Let me be clear here. Most dudes, the extent of your dating skills is your first 3 dates.
Right.
You know damn well you don't have nothing more planned than that.
Right.
You have what? You have Cheesecake Factory. You got a nice walk on the beach somewhere.
Yeah.
You're doing everything just to get the ass. You know it's about to go downhill.
Right. You got your set play.
You have your plays.
Yeah.
You know it's about to go downhill if she doesn't give you ass after those dates. You might as well just cut your losses or go into it with that being the preset. Like, listen, this is what I'm interested in.
Yeah.
It's not really going. If that's not what you're into, then we don't really need to be talking like that.
Yeah.
Because the only thing that's gonna happen is I'm gonna stop talking to you altogether once I realize you're not giving me ass anyway.
Right.
We might as well get this over with now. Get it over with in the beginning. Don't get to the point where now you have ammo to be like, yo, I bet you she's trash or whatever.
Yeah, you're only gonna end up resenting her more. You're only gonna end up being more and more pissed at her. But you should have been left. You should have been got out of there.
Yo, you know what she did to me before? Yo, listen. There were other girls that were interested, right? This is when I was still working at that retail spot.
Yeah.
Other girls that were interested, right? She wants to come through mainly when I'm talking to other females.
Right. Thanks for the whole Zark.
Mainly when I'm talking to other females. You know what that looks like. She's laughing, I'm laughing.
Yeah.
She puts her hand on my shoulder, I'm laughing even more.
Right. Yeah.
You feel me?
Yeah.
There's a thing going on. Everyone knows what that looks like.
Yeah.
She wants to be like, oh, do you want to go get something to eat? No. Actually, I don't want to get something to eat.
Right.
Because I'm enjoying myself with this person.
Thanks for the follows, Zark. Don't from the 4%ers. Right.
You feel me?
Yeah.
Now, if I didn't get a hold of myself before that, I would have said, you know what? Yeah, let's go get something to eat because I was talking to you first.
I knew you first, I guess.
So there's some sort of obligation there.
Yeah.
I was wrong for thinking that at one time in my life.
I was wrong for thinking I had freedom.
If you
think that I have my own freedom.
If you ever listen, anyone who's in that room and whoever comes across the video, if you're ever dealing with a female who tries to show out because she sees another girl's into you, leave her alone.
That's toxic.
Toxic.
It's toxic, man.
Toxic. And if you get into a serious relationship with her, just know that's only level 1.
Oh yeah, it's just gonna get way worse.
That's level 1. That's level 1 of someone who keys your car.
Yeah.
That is level 1 of someone who calls the fucking fire department on you.
That's the one they're screaming at you as loud as they can in the middle
of the street. I've been there. I've been there with different females, bro.
Yeah.
I've been there with females who act out and show out just because they feel like I don't believe in violence. But just because they know you're not gonna do that, I've dealt with females who act like that. And the only way to stop them in the track is in the very beginning of you even knowing them. If you're not interested in them and you just hanging around for ass, and you feel like she's making you chase for ass, you need to let go. There's nothing.
You don't want to be that anyway. You don't want to feel like someone's taking advantage of you. You don't want to. It's a bad feeling.
There's so many other females.
Yeah.
There's so many other females that are gonna be.
Someone actually gonna be into you.
Someone's gonna be into you. Number 1.
Yeah.
Number 2, just understand that everyone in between, right? Let's say everyone in between, they could be steps to the girl that you want anyway, or the type of girl that you want anyway.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be like, okay, this girl she's the one.
Yeah.
Because trust me, you know what happens every time you get a girlfriend? Every time, and it never fails. If you're the type who goes out, especially, or you're the type who has a circle that like it just gets other people in the circle, or like a very outgoing type person.
Yeah.
As soon as you get a girlfriend, there's gonna be another girl who wants what your girlfriend has. It's every dude knows what I'm talking about. As soon as you have a girlfriend, there's another girl who just out of nowhere.
They were nowhere to be found before.
They were nowhere to be found before.
Yeah.
They were nowhere to be found before when you were looking desperately for ass. You're looking. You're searching.
Yeah.
You're praying to the ass gods. You're like, yo, please.
Yeah.
Send anybody. Once you get a girlfriend, this type of chick comes out of nowhere. All of a sudden, gives you attention. Now you're in a dilemma. You might, depending on the type of dude you are, you might be in a dilemma. Because if you don't know how to handle that, and she knows that you don't know how to handle that.
Yeah.
Yo, listen.
Sure.
I've been in a spot. I think I told you this. I might tell you this. I've been in that spot. I've been in a spot at work. Girl knew I had a girlfriend.
Mm.
She said, "Oh, I'm about to get changed for work." I'm like, "Oh, okay.
All right. Yeah.
Let me just leave."
Yeah.
She closes the door.
Mm.
Crazy body.
Yeah.
Closes the door. Gets undressed. Close the door. Locks the door.
Yeah.
Now listen, if you're a lesser man, not even look. If you're forget what I just said. Forget if you're a lesser man.
Yeah.
If you have no control, you're gonna do something.
Right.
If you don't do something that day, she's planted the seed for you to do something another day. It's
Right.
a chess move, really.
Yeah.
You already seen the ass. You're like, you already seen
Your
the
mind's
ass.
racing.
You're like, damn,
Yeah.
that could. She basically said, this could be yours.
Right.
It's like test driving, kind of.
Right.
Now in your mind, you're just like, that could be mine.
It's a free sample.
Free sample. It could be mine one day.
Yeah.
You gonna slip up.
Right.
You will slip the fuck up. Now look, it's not the end all be all. All right. I have news for you. It's not over for you. All right. Let's say you slip up. I've been there. Let's say you slip up.
Yeah.
You slip up. You go after it. Worst case scenario. What do you think I'm gonna say?
Threesome.
No.
That's the best case scenario.
That's the best case scenario.
Yeah.
Worst case scenario.
You got to sleep with 2 girls.
You got to sleep with 2 girls, and she breaks up with you. Now look, this is what happens after that. I'm gonna break this down to the best that I would think this would happen. She breaks up with you. You realize, all right, look, just know if that happens, you still have one in the chamber.
Right.
Right? Also, just understand that you're not undesirable. Obviously.
Right. Yeah.
If you have 2 that are chasing you, all you have to do, keep the same energy you had when you had a girlfriend, because you know why? You know where that girl comes from?
It's from you not caring.
It's from you not caring.
Yeah. Yeah.
Make it come full circle. It's from you not caring.
Yeah.
The only time you were not getting asked really is when you were like, when you had the main question, really? Wow. I'll listen to your problems.
Yeah.
You can't do that when you don't do that when you have a girlfriend. You don't care. You're yourself. Really, you're in your regular being.
Yeah.
The turn off that got any dude into a friend zone, the turn off that got you into a friend zone is you look, number one, probably too thirsty. Or you look too thirsty and you weren't in your regular element, and it's a turn off to anyone who's not in the regular element.
Yeah.
It's a turn off when someone like reaches at you too much, probably. You know what I mean? But when you have a girlfriend, you don't have that.
Right.
You have some sort of natural cologne.
Because you're just a regular.
You're just yourself.
Yeah, you're just yourself.
You're just yourself. But that's the thing that fucks up a lot of dudes. Once you get out of a relationship, and you either start trying too hard because you're like, oh shit, yo, I had a steady stream of ass back there. She left, and we're really not talking to her. Because sometimes when you be in a relationship, sometimes you guys still fuck around even though you're not in a relationship, obviously.
Yeah.
But let's say it really, really ends. You guys are not talking at all, and you were just for her. You were monogamous, whatever.
Yeah.
You lost everything you did together. All the fly shit you were doing, the nice clothes. Yeah. You were in shape. You were doing 100 push-ups every morning. You was like, I'm getting the bitches today.
Yeah.
You was getting a haircut every day. Come on, you was wearing nice clothes every day. You busted out the lint roller. When you have a girlfriend, you don't even bust out the lint roller. You like, care. Are we? Where we going today? All the shit you was doing, you have to keep doing that, because if you guys break up, you're gonna have to start from zero. all the shit you were doing to get females, and then you ended up with a girlfriend. If you don't keep doing that, you're gonna end up at zero. Once you end up at zero and you don't have a girlfriend, you're back to square one.
Yeah.
You're back to yo.
Spare coochie.
Anybody got ass?
Spare some coochie, please.
Damn.
Hey man, coochie's a lot harder to come by than money sometimes, man. It's a lot harder.
Money's easier to get than ass.
Easier to get.
If you're not like, if you're yourself. Cause the dude, everyone wants to be. To me, I think every dude is at his best. Every dude is at his best when he's on the prowl to get females. So, whatever he thinks is gonna work for him to get females, and he's working on it, that's when he's at his best. Once he gets into a relationship, and he starts forgetting about what he was in the beginning of that, downhill. You gotta keep 80% of yourself.
Yeah.
Yo, don't.
And your girl will leave you too.
Yeah.
Your girl will definitely.
Depending on how much she takes.
Yeah.
She'll leave you too. If you get into a relationship, do not give 100% to. I know it sounds fucked up, but both people should really be giving like 80%. Don't give 100%. You give 100%. Once that relationship is over,
you got nothing.
You have to start from zero.
Yeah.
You gotta start from zero. You look all. You done got out of shape. You look all.
You look all comfortable.
Comfortable.
You look all comfortable.
Yo, I read a study, and I could be so wrong, but I read this fucking study that women find it unattractive when, like, let's say they come into a room and a guy just has his foot up on the table. They get upset with you. They get upset with you being comfortable.
Yeah.
Yo, these are. I don't make the rules. I just read that in some study somewhere.
Right.
You feel me?
Yeah.
Yo, if you're in a relationship, don't ever. Yo, I'm telling you. Anytime you have, like, you're looking at the mirror like, yo, I need a haircut, right? Let's say you say that, and your girlfriend says, it don't look that bad. She's not saying it don't look that bad because it don't look that bad.
She's trying to keep girls away from you.
She's saying,
yeah, she knows.
She's saying it don't look that bad because it's like,
she knows. I had a girl think that I was cheating on her because I was getting haircuts more often. Bro, I was just like, bro, you don't even. It wasn't. Worst part about it is that it wasn't even my head to cheat. It wasn't even my head to cheat at the time.
Probably just needed a haircut.
Yeah, that was. I just needed a haircut. And she was like, yeah, I thought you was friends with someone or I thought you had a girl up there because you was getting haircuts more often. I was just like,
look,
unbelievable.
You must
unbelievable
keep yourself intact, no matter. The only thing that's gonna be left, all right, in any relationship, is yourself. Keep that in mind. I know it sounds like common sense. Anybody listen to this? Say you're in a relationship. If that relationship ends, you have to start with your funky self again.
Yeah.
That's what you got. Just keep that in mind. If you wasn't giving 80% the whole time, that shit ends. You're introducing yourself to the next female at 0%.
Bro, that is a reality check. that is finest.
You're introducing yourself at your lowest point.
Yeah.
I want people to think about that. You introduce, hi, I just got out of a relationship, broke up guy.
Yeah. You wanna go out? Do
you wanna go out? I don't have any money because I spent all of it on my last girlfriend.
Yeah. Don't be that guy.
Don't be that guy. Keep. Even if you can't keep 80%, keep 70, keep 60, keep something. Just
keep it to where you're getting the most.
Keep it
to where you're giving yourself the most.
Keep it to where you can be proud if you introduced it to someone else. Keep it there. I'll say that much.
Yeah.
Look, I feel like it's a little bit different also if you're like a family man. Look, this conversation it might be and it might not be. But if you got kids and everything, you might have to move a little different.
Yeah.
You might have to.
Yeah.
You got kids, a whole house, a mortgage. You got all that shit.
You got ex-wife.
Look, If you got all that,
Yeah.
I would say you might need to move a little different. I don't know your situation, but I will say you should still keep a little bit to yourself. Just keep a little bit to yourself. Because if you guys end up getting divorced, you're still gonna need to know how to come at someone who's you've been in a relationship for 15 years. You still gonna need to know how to come at someone who's like
fresh,
not in a relationship. You're gonna need to.
Yo, even go 15 years, man. That's a long time.
Look, the jokes that if you tailor made all your shit, all your content to your girlfriend. Let's say you tailor made all your content to your girlfriend. If you get out that relationship, those same jokes aren't gonna work on this other girl.
Right.
The only jokes that would have worked are all the jokes that you find funny that you're gonna give out to other people or whatever. You know what I mean? If you but being in a relationship, you tailor all that shit straight to her. So now when you get out, you start talking to other females. You feel like the same shit that's gonna work on your girlfriend is gonna work on this other girl. And she's just looking at you with a dead stare, like I don't get it.
Nah, your ears are hot.
Why samurai swords funny? I don't.
Yeah.
I think my girlfriend's calling me. Like that's what you're gonna get.
Right.
That's what you gave out. Just listen, man. It's rough stuff. It is rough shit if you haven't gone through it and thought about it. Because you really got to sit there and think about it. You really got to sit there and be like, what do I have to win or lose in this situation?
Right.
If the answer is yourself,
gotta get out of that situation, bro.
Yo, I remember a dude, I was at work and no one brought it up. This dude was married, right? I think he had like 2 kids. On like 4 different occasions. We're all talking about something completely different. On 4 different occasions, he came out with a way to talk about divorcing his wife or like not being with her.
Yeah.
Like it would be the most random. I wanted to stop him because I didn't know him very well. That was the first time I met him. I wanted to stop him and be like, bro,
everything alright?
Not even is everything alright, because I know everything's not alright. At one point, the conversation turned into hiding her in a ditch somewhere, so I know everything's not right.
What?
I'll elaborate in a little bit, but I want to just be like, bro, get out of there.
Yeah.
We're talking about random shit. If I remember correctly, the first thing he was talking about, he was like, "Oh, the lottery came up."
Oh no.
You
don't want to think about that. You don't want to think about
it. Everyone had regular stuff. I don't know if this is just the life of a married man. Everyone had regular stuff. Like everyone has the go-to answers. Like, yo, if I won the lottery, I'm gonna start a business that could kind of just stay there and make money even when I'm not. You know, the same scenario everyone always says for the lottery. Or, yo, I would invest it all. And my money's pretty much just gonna make money for me, and then I'm not really gonna have to worry about losing all my money from like my money's gonna be in a bank account. So everyone has the same story. I'm buy my mama a house. Right. I pay off all my friends' debt, or my sister's debt, or my brother's debt. You know, that's what I'm doing my lottery money. Yeah. Here comes this dude. I don't know what you guys are talking about. If I won the lottery, I'd move to Russia and get facial surgery so that my wife doesn't know how to find me or where to find me. I was like, you would get facial?
What?
I
don't even think about this.
That's what, when I'm on my way home, I was like,
what the hell? Why is that your first answer? Is to get facial surgery?
He was like, I moved to Russia to a small little town where no one knows me, and after that, I'd get facial surgery so that even if she did come to Russia, which I know she doesn't speak that language, I'd get facial surgery so she doesn't even know me if she saw me on the street. It was so planned out.
Why
and so precise.
So
and he wasn't being extra. Listen,
that's extra, man.
It's extra to you because you're not in the dire scenario.
Okay. That's the bare minimum you could do.
To him, that's his only way out.
Yeah.
He was like, he's gonna change his name so that like she can't find him through child support. So it was like all these weird, legit, probably would work answers. Yeah. You know what I mean? There was other. Then he popped up out of nowhere, like 10 minutes later. He was like, "Oh man, the kids are going to college." And I was like, oh, good. You know what college they're going to? He's like, yeah, I think she's going to Penn State or something. But you know, to be honest, that's not really what's important to me. What's scary to me is that I'm gonna have to actually learn how to talk to my wife again. Dead serious face.
What the hell?
And I never.
Don't happy couples look forward to that?
Yo, he might never. That might for his household. The kids might be like
the only thing that kept them together.
Yeah, the thing that kept them together.
Yeah.
So in his mind, he's just like, oh my god. He's hyperventilating at nighttime. He's like, this kid's going to college. The only person I'm gonna be stuck with her.
Poor guy.
I felt so bad. And he was like,
Poor guy, man.
not to be whatever, but he was a good looking dude.
Yeah.
He could go, you could tell that he could do something with.
Right. You don't have to be trapped in a relationship. Like, honestly, I think no matter who you are, unless you're like super old, right? Unless you're like the oldest person in America, I think you can get out of a relationship and get into another one.
But the thing is, there's so much things that he doesn't want to deal with. Alimony. Listen, alimony. Let's have a moment of silence, all right? For men who have to pay alimony because something died.
Right.
We're gonna have you have a moment when things die. You take a moment of silence for them. All right. You have to have a moment of silence for men who have to pay alimony because something died. It might be their soul.
Right. Damn. Alimony is like what? Is it legit? No, they decide on a percentage, right? It's not like just half the paycheck.
It's not. I don't think it's half the paycheck. They decide on whatever it is.
Yeah.
But forget that. Just think about what it is. You're in a relationship with someone. You decide. Your dumbass decides. Not dumbass. I don't mean that because I don't think men who get married are dumbasses. I don't believe that.
Yeah.
But I know that's how they're feeling if they get divorced and now have to pay because she wanted to take you to court.
Yeah.
You're in a relationship with someone. You decide you want to legally. That's what a marriage is. You're legally binding yourself to someone because you could bind yourself with someone without being married to him.
Right.
You guys could live together. You guys could whatever. You marry this person. Things don't go the right way. You curse her out. She curses. I'm just like speeding things up.
Yeah.
You guys get into a whole slew of arguments that lead to you guys getting divorced, right? You said bad shit about her. She says bad shit about you. She said something about your mom. You said something about her dad. Whatever.
Yeah.
She wants to take you to court now because she's upset that the relationship didn't end the way she wanted it to end. Maybe you cheated. I don't know.
Bro.
Either way,
she's out for blood.
She's out for blood. You tried to find happiness that didn't involve her. You tried to find happiness that didn't involve her.
Yeah.
Now you're gonna pay financially. And this goes for people who live in other states outside New York, because I don't think common law is in New York, but it is in other states. So I will say this: if you live in another state with someone, if it's getting to 7 years, you might want to start thinking about what that means. Because if you guys break up, she can take you to court.
Really? After 7 years?
After 7 years, it's called common law marriage. Because if you live with someone for 7 years, you guys are common law.
That's wild. So that's crazy.
But
they basically marry you for you.
Think about it. You guys break up. Now she's upset with how it happened. She takes you to court. And now you have to pay her a certain percentage of your check. Your livelihood. I think for 10 years or something like that. It might be more depending on the state. But to me, even 1 year is too much.
Right.
We're broken up. I don't want anything to do with you.
That's crazy.
Why am I still giving you anything?
Yeah.
It doesn't. I don't really understand how that's. I understand how that was a law when it first came about.
Right.
Because what used to happen is a dude would go, probably get married to some 14, 15-year-old girl, take her away from her family, and now she's never really provided for herself or anything like that. Now
That's when women didn't have skills back then.
Didn't have skills or the rights to do the same things that men did.
Yeah.
If we're equal now, why in the world would I have to? Why is alimony still there? Why would I have to give you anything? It's baloney.
I mean, that's fucked up.
It's a bologna sandwich with no bread.
Yeah. It's a piece of bologna.
Come on.
That's really fucked up. That's a good point too. I didn't realize that how archaic alimony really is.
It's an insane. It's the worst contract known to man. If you ask me, it's the worst. It gotta be the worst contract known to man. No other relationship, no other business relationship works like that. Anywhere on this planet. Like, oh, we were in business for 2 years. Our business relationship has ended. There's no more money coming from me to you or you to me. The business relationship is over.
Yeah.
But because love is involved, now I owe you X and X amount of money.
And you're not giving me nothing back. Why are we not giving each other money?
Definitely not getting asked, right?
It's definitely not. That's dumb. How come alimony don't go both ways?
Well, don't get me wrong. In certain scenarios,
I know a guy will have to pay.
No. I was gonna say in certain scenarios, females do too. Like Holly Berry. I think Holly Berry pays alimony.
That's what I meant to say. A guy would be the one that gets paid.
Mm-hmm.
But why don't they? How come it's not like together, right? How come like the guy and the woman don't both pay?
Well, I mean, I'll cancel it out. I'll cancel each other out. But
no, it'll be like the same thing as before. Like a part of the woman's pay. Oh, because the woman never worked. But now it'll be the woman would part of the woman's paycheck will go to the man, and part of the man's paycheck will go to the woman.
To me, you might as well cancel the whole thing out.
Mm-hmm.
Look, I'm not trying. Look, you know what? I wouldn't say I'm not trying to be a jerk, but whatever, however people take this, you're gonna take it.
Mm-hmm.
I lived by myself already. I had a full-time job.
Mm-hmm.
I kept the house clean. If me and you, if I get married to someone, and she's a housewife, I've done that by myself already. I know it's not worth whatever the check I'm giving you. I've done it by myself for myself. Where does the check part come in? You feel me?
Yeah.
Like if she's just let's say that's the scenario. Let's say she's just the housewife, right? Let's say there's no kids involved. Even if there are kids involved, I'll come back to that. Let's say she's just the housewife and she maintains the house.
Yeah.
Right? If I've done that job that you're doing and like you weren't here and I had my full-time job, no one paid me to keep my own house clean. Why are you getting what are you getting paid for exactly?
Yeah.
Some people will probably try to make the case, oh well, he's a successful businessman. And she was there with him while he was a successful businessman. She must have gave him the foundation. She must have when he was having a hard time, she must have told him, you can do it. So she therefore contributed. Listen, this is toxic and this is a toxic conversation. If you're thinking about getting married, please sign a prenup just in case.
Yeah, that's what I'm about to say too.
And
Prenups, because prenups, they cover alimony too, then, right? Because I know it's just like they always joke, oh, she gets half of everything, but I guess prenups are for alimony as well.
Look, I'm very honest with you. I haven't spent enough time reading up on prenups, but I know it lessens the amount you gotta pay her if you guys get divorced. That's all. That's the extent of what I know.
Right.
Whatever you can do to save your ass, do it.
Yeah, because that's what vultures out there.
Bro, I don't know if you saw Hulk Hogan's story.
Nah, I didn't see what happened to him.
Bro.
With his wife.
She took the house, bro.
But he worked for
She had another dude living in the house.
It's not funny. That's unfortunate.
Bro, he's Hulk.
He's Hulk Hogan.
He's Hulk Hogan, man.
He fought for the right of that man.
Exactly.
What's up?
There's another dude having sex with your ex-wife in your house. That hurts, man.
I'd be pissed.
Hurts.
Yeah.
Listen, if you're thinking about getting married or you're thinking about living with someone for 7 years, you don't live in New York, don't do it.
Don't do it, bro.
You want to end the show on that?
Yeah. You can show on that.
Don't do it.
Don't do it to yourself.
Don't do it, please.
I mean, think about it. Think about it. If the doubt is even remotely there, I would say acknowledge that doubt a lot.
Acknowledge it. Think about it. Sleep on it. Really, really think about it. Because I know what happens is people just be so in love. They're like, she's the woman of my dreams.
Yeah.
Just know you don't know everything. She could go really bad. She could go south. And you guys could end up getting divorced. Anything is possible. It's a big possibility.
Yeah.
All I'm saying is that you can have the same life with the person you love without legally bonding yourself to them.
Yeah.
And now if something happens, you gotta pay her.
Still get hurt, man.
It's gonna hurt.
It get hurt.
You're gonna be crying, my friend. You're gonna be crying.
Damn. You guys heard it here, man. Think about it, please.
Listen, if anyone's still there, or whoever comes to the channel, I apologize for ranting.
Some people here.
I apologize for ranting as long as I do.
No, you good.
Unfortunately, I do this damn near pretty much on every show at some point in time, and it usually lasts a pretty long time. Just know that if you come through this channel, that's probably what you're gonna get.
Right.
Not necessarily on that topic, but on something.
We're ranting out here.
And I apologize. I'm gonna send my apology out now for anyone I may have offended, as far as not liking people with nice hair. Okay. If you play the video,
Play the whole video.
play the whole video. Play the apology as well. Thank you for joining
everyone.
us tonight.
This was the 4%ers. We'll be back on Wednesday.
Wednesday?
Yeah. You said.
Oh yeah. Wednesday. We'll go to Wednesday.
We'll be back on Wednesday. If you're here and you haven't followed the stream, follow the stream. We try to do weeknights 6 to 9 Eastern Standard Time. This one ran a little late because we started late, but it's generally around this time you'll catch us on here talking some shit. So come through again.
Late's
say what's
not
up.
a bad thing.
No, it's not.
Late's never late.
Late's not a bad thing. I don't
think so. Running late is like, if it runs too long, isn't bad.
No. This is our general time slot.
Yo, we're gonna try to get an actual wall.
Yeah, we're gonna get an actual background.
Because we know this
to
shit is
look
ugly.
at.
I know it's ugly.
Yeah, some dude said it looked like he's in an interrogation room earlier.
Look, we're working on it. All right.
Yeah, you're gonna get this.
First of all, before we even continue, that's hilarious.
Yeah, so I feel like I'm in an interrogation room. It was dark. The dude that followed us.
Because interrogation rooms really do look like this, and I've been in them.
Yeah.
First of all, whoever heard that joke has nothing to do. When I was in the interrogation room, it was for a job. I wasn't in the interrogation room because I committed a crime.
Right.
So if you have jokes lined up, just know that it had nothing to do with that.
Right.
But anyway, yes, we're gonna be doing something with the wall eventually, and we're gonna be getting better sound quality.
Yeah, better quality, better cam quality too. Soon, I hope.
This isn't good.
I think it cuts in and out.
Oh God.
And I think when it zooms in a lot, it gets like fuzzy. But it's good for now, for sure. It works for now.
We're working on it, man. It's gonna get better, trust me.
But again, thanks for watching. We'll catch you guys next time.
Later.